Start. All right. Is the recording? Shall we? It's live, right?
Yep, it's good.
Okay, perfect. Cool. The beginning of infinity. How AI uses AI to make you rich. It's pretty insane that, after having been in business for 5 years, that I'm writing that I'm even sharing this as a title for one of my presentations. So much so that when I wrote it, it literally gave me dopamine, right? And today, my goal is I want to show you why you'll never have to figure out AI to get rich from it. For those who don't know me, my name is Serge Gattari. I'm the founder of clientacquisition.io and now also the founder of TryCook AI. Uh, the question nobody's asking is, we've all been told that AI is the greatest opportunity for value and wealth creation that mankind has ever seen. But how come no one can actually prove it? You and I have seen all the hype, tried all the tools, hundreds of them that come out every single week. It's actually, literally can't handle it, right? We've watched hundreds, if not thousands, if of hours of content on AI. I know most of you guys, especially I saw that a lot of you guys are already interested in AI businesses. You guys have probably spent a lot of time on YouTube, right? And most of us still have nothing to show for it. We literally have access to super intelligence, and yet it has never been harder to create a real income and growth. 2 weeks ago, we discovered why, and it changed everything about how we think about AI and how we build with it and what's actually possible. And my goal today is to show you that we're actually standing in front of the beginning of infinity. So much potential that it made me realize that everything we've built over the last 15 months is nothing compared to what's coming. By the end of today, I'm going to show you a business model where AI finds you clients and serves the clients. One person, zero employees, $1 million company, but preferably one of our bets is that we're actually going to scale to $1 million a month with a single person. At least that's one. That's how crazy I am. And that's what we're building toward track with TryCook AI. And let me show you what I mean by everything that we've done over the last 15 months is nothing compared to what's coming. So we've gone into almost 70 niches, launched AI consulting businesses, AI agency businesses from scratch for our clients and partners, right? And we created more case studies than we've ever had. We have clients going into the real estate market in Dubai selling $65,000 AI solutions. We have other clients selling $35,000 builds systems still in the same real estate industry. We have clients going after the dental market, launching an offer beginning of the year last year, hitting their first 40K a week to ending the year at $200,000 a month selling to some of the hardest markets to sell to, SMBs. Why? Because all these businesses have been burned so many times by marketing firms that they no longer trust agencies. But we've been able to go to them and sell them growth, but from the lens of implementing AI that actually manages their growth instead of relying on humans, right? Another client who hit $50,000 a month in 60 days with an AI growth firm, selling to doctors each system for 15 grand. He's collecting 50% of it up front. We have other clients in the Spanish market selling AI solutions too, scaling to $129,000 a month because they're able to book 500 sales calls in a single month. For anyone who's been in the online game, you guys know that booking sales calls is one of the hardest thing. But if you go in the Spanish market, you can flood your calendar like never before. We have other clients in the UK market selling again these $7,000, $9,000 deals. Other clients going after the info space, selling them these growth infrastructures to help them scale that are AI enabled. Going after med spa, selling them a $10,000 build. More real estate, more real estate investors had clients doing $50,000 a week. We're going after lawyers, selling them $15,000 builds. HVAC, mining companies, consulting companies, e-commerce, all the way to restaurant businesses. Okay. The demand for AI right now is unlike anything I've ever seen before in any business I've worked on. The pool, for anyone who listens to a lot of venture capitalists, the number one thing that you need to focus on when launching any business is market pool. Are the people that you're selling to wanting what you have to sell? If you can unlock that, nothing else matters. You could literally be incompetent at making your own bed, and you're going to make 100 grand and millions of dollars, right? And this is a database of offers that we've sold in the last 15, 18 months. We have a library of 951 deals that we've sold. It doesn't necessarily, it's not always high ticket deals like 15K, 10K. We also have clients who are selling, $3,000 deals, $2,000 deals. Okay. And the way we got here is not by me being an AI guru. I've been doing growth consulting for the last 5 years, helping businesses scale. That's my background. And last year, off the back of everything we built in AI, we hit our biggest month ever, which is almost $1 million in 5 weeks and $400,000 in profit. And we've been doing numbers since 2021, really, and also doing 50K a day is $100,000 in a day, all that good stuff, right? Now here's where things get interesting. All of that, every client results, every screenshot, every dollar, that is all exciting. I'm proud of it, but it's nothing. There are currently over 1 billion people paying attention to AI, not thousands, not millions, but billions. Okay. And every single one of them has access to the same technology we use to create those results, the same models, the same tools. Some of them are even better using tools than we are. They literally have access to infinite knowledge, infinite intelligence, a system that can answer any question, write any strategy, build any plan. So technically, everyone should be able to do what we did. There's no logical reason why they can't. And yet almost none of them can show a single dollar of return from it. How does that make any sense? And every time I think about it, every time I see how many people are watching YouTube videos around AI, and then I look at the real numbers and I ask them how much money are you making with this technology, none of them can show me even a 10K a month business. So the fact that we were able to help our partners build, a dozen of multi six-figure, seven-figure AI businesses, that's not impressive. Because what about the billion people who are still wanting to be free with this technology but can't actually achieve it? So the real question isn't how did we do it? The real question is why can't everyone else? And that's what I want to answer with this here. AI is a mirror. Before I kind of like break this down, I want to ask you guys a quick question. Can we all agree on something? We all want more. And that might be financial freedom. And it could also be everything that comes after you have financial freedom. You want to create a family. You want to take care of the people you love. You want to be in the sunset, having the sun blur your camera so people can't see you. Like you want to do things like this, things that don't make sense, right? And by the way, that might be making your first 10K a month, your first 100K a month, or your first $1 million. Every single person on this call wants more than what they currently have. Can we all agree on this chat? Comment yes in the chat, please. If we can all agree that this is yes, I need yes. I just want you guys to blow. Guys, can we let everybody in? I don't know where all these people are coming from, but there's a lot of people coming. Good. So now I want you guys to really think about something. You have access right now to a system that knows everything. And I don't mean a lot. I mean everything that humans have ever created, ever documented, ever figured out. In this little box, chatbot box that is ChatGPT, could be a Gemini, it could be Claude, it could be whatever you want to use, right? It could be Kimi K if you want to go to the Chinese models, right? So it has how to build companies, it has how to get clients, how to sell, how to fulfill, how to scale to 100K a month, a million a month, how to build $1 billion company. It knows marketing, finance, operations. It can explain how stars are formed, how molecules bind together. The entire history of knowledge is sitting in your hands right now. You can open it right now and ask it any question, like how am I doing this masterclass, right? So if the answers are all there and you have access to infinite knowledge, infinite intelligence, why don't you have what you want yet? Anybody got an answer to that? Because that's really the big question. We have access to everything, yet we're probably more behind than we were before AI actually hit the scene. Who has an answer to this? Information overload, life in, don't understand how to utilize knowledge. We're lazy as fuck. Yeah, that's true. I'm going to tell you about that. Trust me. We got a long way to go on this one. Well, let me tell you guys. I'm not going to blame you guys. I'm going to blame you guys as technology. Okay. So check this out. The simple answer is that AI is nothing but a mirror. It can only reflect who you are, what you know, the solution and answers to the problems you're dealing with right now. If you're currently stuck making 40K a year, guess the level of ideas the engine will deliver. $40,000 a year insights. Right? Frustrating. 1 second, guys. If you're currently stuck at 100K a month business, guess the level of ideas you're going to get. If you're jobless, guess the level of ideas the engine will deliver. Well, let me prove it. I want everybody right now who has access to ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini on your phone or laptop, go look at the last conversation you did with this ChatGPT or whatever, right? Look at what you asked it. Can we do this exercise real quick? Can everybody go look at ChatGPT for a second? What are the questions you asked it? I really want to who want to add what the question they asked? Me, nine. YouTube Shorts monetization. Mine is change the future. What do I do? What do I label a director reimbursement transfer from personal related to my business clients? Yes, mine was making a website. How can I use ChatGPT for image generation? Okay. Now let's go back to the presentation. Were those questions the same questions that someone who's making millions of dollars a year would ask? Were those prompts the same prompts of someone doing $500,000 a month would type? Or were they questions of someone exactly at the level you're at right now? If you think from a 30K a year revenue place and perspective, AI is only going to give you 30K a year answers. The person who's asking how do you monetize YouTube, guess what? They've never monetized YouTube. So they're actually asking the question of someone who don't know what they don't know. So even if it gives you the answer, it's not going to give you the answer from the perspective of someone who's figured it out. It is going to give you the answer from the same place you're asking it from. Now, it doesn't mean that it's just going to get you stuck. You might also be already making $1 million a month. AI is only going to give you the answer that got you stuck there in the first place. The wall was never the technology. The wall is and will always be you. And unfortunately, every AI opportunity, okay? Think about go build an app on Lovable. Go build an N8N workflow. Oh, go build a faceless YouTube page, right? Every AI business model, every course, every tool, every prompt library you've been sold is just a shinier mirror reflecting the same limitations back at you. The entire industry is flawed because it still needs you in the loop. People literally spend their days. Look, this is how people look with AI. 100 screen open, clicking a bunch of buttons, getting a bunch of information overload. But when you ask them, hey, how much money did you make more compared to last month or the year before or 5 years ago? People can't show you a single return or increase in how much money they make from spending time now literally just getting dopamine from a million different tools. Once we realize that, the only way for us to empower you and all of our clients, even ourselves, to experience this beginning of infinity, this infinite knowledge, the only way that we allow someone to experience and join the 1% was if we remove you from the equation entirely, not teach you more, not give you better tools, remove you completely. Because as long as you're a variable in this equation, you are the ceiling, and the only way to break through that ceiling is to start being part of it altogether. That's what we built, a system where AI uses AI to print for you, and that's what you guys are about to experience today. Okay. Now, the best way for me to show you the full potential of this platform, TryCook AI, is by taking you through the journey of building it, because that process in and of itself forced us to fundamentally understand how success is created and then ask ourselves, how then can we engineer an AI system that can predictably, consistently create it for the user? Are you guys okay with me showing you guys from the lens, from my lens, how true wealth is built? And then we get to how AI can replicate that process? Let me know in the chat. Are you guys open to me walking you guys through the history of building, of making money, and then we go through AI? Because I know a lot of people are always wanting to urge like, oh, show me AI, show me AI. But guys, we've had enough AI so far. I'm not just gonna dump some tools in front of you and promise you that it's gonna win. No, let's go fundamentals, first principles thinking, understand how to win, and then we win. So how did I go from making 30K a year? By the way, the reason why I like to go back to 30K a year is because my last job that I ever had, I was making 30K a year working at an e-commerce company. As you guys can see me here, I did like to put on fits going into the office. That's the only thing that I miss about working in a 9 to 5 is that you don't really get to look good and socialize. But anyway, I ended up quitting that job because I finally realized that my 30K a year job was costing me my 30K a month business potential. And I stopped listening to the gurus that say, oh, you need to finish your 9 to 5 and then go work from 5 to 8 or from 5 to 11. I'm like, what? You're saying that you're going to compete with someone who wakes up and works from 7 a.m. to midnight on their business, and you're going to compete with them working 3 hours after your 9 to 5, after you've already spent 8 hours supporting customers, doing things that make your boss rich? You're not going to compete. So I just say, you know what? No more of this job. And the reason why I also did that is because I had spent 2 to 3 years going through courses and I still had no money. So I was like, you know what? Maybe the problem isn't the knowledge. Maybe the problem is the fact that all my time goes to a 30K a year opportunity and I don't have time to actually put my back against the wall and actually go all in. So I quit my job. And lo and behold, I don't know what happens when you go all in on your opportunity, but the universe tends to bless you. 60 days later, I signed this first client, paid me 4.3K, which is literally 2 months worth of work. So I made 2 months worth of payroll from having one sales call with a stranger who I convinced to give me 4 grand. Best money I've ever made in my life. Best money ever. Okay. Then I pivoted to an appointment setting agency, hit my first 10K a month, January 2021 of like 4 or 5 years ago. 3 months later, I hit $28,000 in a month, started making my yearly income every month. But guess what? I decided to shut that business down. This is by far the hardest decision I've ever had to make, right? If you guys are already making good money, you guys know that going back to being broke to pursue a bigger opportunity is probably your biggest fear, right? I lost 50% and simply because I realized that the agency model was flawed. Why is the agency model flawed? Because most agency owners, how many agency owners are on this call? Any agency owners? Yeah. So this is the story of the agency owner, and this is why no amount of Facebook ad you can master, no amount of TikTok editing you can master, no amount of whatever, right? You're just always gonna go back down to just burning out and being poor. Let me explain. Most agency owners are selling things that everyone knows how to do. Facebook ad, appointment setting, cold email, short form content, right? So you go and sell it to a business that has already been sold that service 50 times and it didn't work. So guess what? You can't close them because they don't trust you. And even if they're willing to give you the opportunity to sell them, they're going to say, "Hey, I'm not going to pay your 1,500 bucks. Come work for free. And if you can get me results, I'm going to pay you, give you a rev share." Yeah, right. And most agencies do believe that, that lie. You're not going to get paid any rev share on that business, trust me. So most agencies make 1,500, 2 grand, if they're lucky, 5 grand a month. And they're like, oh my God, I make so much money. Well, once you have 5, 10 clients, guess what? You become the bottleneck. But the problem is you have 5 clients paying you 2K per month, so you're making 10K a month. How exactly are you going to hire anyone who's smart and brilliant to come work in your business when you're only bringing in 6 figures a year in profit? You simply can't afford superstar talent. And because you can't afford superstar talent, you then go hire some VAs from the Philippines, from wherever, okay, who don't really know much and they're happy making their 500 bucks a month, but they're going to get you, your clients, what? Average results. And because your clients get shitty results, they churn. But you're not going to go back to making 30K a year at your 9 to 5. So you have what? You're stuck in this, what I call the slavery flywheel. You have to run twice as fast to keep acquiring new clients, to replace the clients that just churned. And that's your life. How many how many people are living this life right now? Because I did live this life. I made 20, I was making my yearly salary, but I was like, you know what? I'm too smart to be on this business rat race. So I shut it down. And then I asked myself, who's making 300K per month? I looked around and I couldn't really find any agency owner. Not that there aren't agency owners that make 300 grand a month or 3 million a month. It's just that none of them looked like they liked their life while making that kind of money. But there were a group of people who were making multiple six figures a month, even millions per month in their early 20s, and they all had one thing in common. They sold expensive things that weren't attached to their time. So what did I do? I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to pivot to building and releasing systems. So I productized my appointment setting service into an infrastructure. So when clients would come to me, I said, I'm not going to do work for you whatsoever. I'm not going to sell my soul to you, but I'm going to place the system in your business and the VA so they can do outreach and you own them. You own the system and the talent. The impact, 12 months later, I made $500,000 a month. At what age? 24 years old. Just 18 months after quitting my 30K a year job, I was taking home over $250,000 profit per month. Now, a lot of people may be like, wait, how is that possible? Well, it's because every client was worth 12 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand. It is infinitely easier for you to get rich when every client is worth 10 grand. Okay. Fast forward today, this is my QuickBooks. We've done 14 million. Okay. So I want to tell you guys about the breakdown of how I figure this out. Once you guys have the fundamentals, then I'm going to show you guys how you actually replicate this in any industry with AI. But I want to warn you guys first. Have you guys seen The Matrix? I know there are people born in like 2010 on this Webby, so some of you guys may not even know it. Have you guys seen the movie Matrix? Okay, perfect. So I want to walk you guys through this. Wealth creation has never been hard. It's been hidden. Freedom has been a gate-kept journey that only a fraction of a fraction have ever had access to. Not because, making money is complicated, but because if everyone saw how the system actually worked, the people running it would lose control. If you can see through the matrix, you're no longer part of it. And if you're no longer in the system, they can't extract from you anymore. They can't extract your time, your energy, and suck up your whole potential. Because if it did, it stops feeding their machine. But here's how deep it goes. By the end of this masterclass, some of you guys will fight about what I'm about to show you. You'll feel the pull to dismiss it, push back on it, protect the very system that's been keeping you stuck. When that happens, which it will, I need you to pause and ask yourself one question. Am I thinking for myself right now? Or has the system trained me to reject anything that threatens it? Because the matrix doesn't just control what you do, it controls what you believe, believe you deserve. And this is the most important part. It literally controls your reality and what you believe you deserve. For me to go from, you guys realize that this is ridiculous. How did I believe that I could go from here in 2020, end of 2020, and by 2022, be doing this per month? It's not like I learned it as an immigrant from Rwanda. It's not like I was learning in Rwanda how to make $500,000 a month. No, I had literally to brainwash myself to not follow any any old rules. When I quit my job, my family was like, "Hey, you're making 2 grand a month. You don't have to pay any bills, any rent. Why are you quitting?" I was like, "I get it, but I also don't want to recreate your outcome in life." I want to figure out how to play this game. So, and I did. Thank God. Mashallah, for real. So, how do you remove luck from success? It's crazy to say this, but once you've made your first million, it's almost inevitable not to get richer. Why is that? Because to make the first million in 12 months or less, you're forced to discover what I call the success formula. Success is dependent on your infrastructure times truth. Okay. Understanding this formula has allowed my growth consulting business to help people who had been stuck below 5K per month. We had this client who was selling AI dollars at 16 years old. His goal was to get to 300K a year, and he signed up with us in November, end of 2023. And by March of 2024, he did $52,000 in a week. This doesn't make any sense, right? Because we understand the two variables that matter the most, and it works like magic. So let's break it down and let me show you how we initially started solving it with AI. For every variable, I'm going to show you guys the old way, and then I'm going to get to TryCook AI 2.0. Okay. So here's what most people do when they try to build a business and make their first million. They think small. They're like trying to reduce the risk. They think, hey, what's the one thing I should do? What that I should do first? Should I do outreach? Should I cold call? Should I do cold email? Should I do content? Should I have a funnel? Should I have this one email? Or hey, can I close my first client so then I can have case study and then I'm ready to scale? And they work on one thing at a time, hoping that that one single thing is going to be the breakthrough. Unfortunately, it never is. How many people here have tried launching and scaling businesses and they're still at the same place they started for 5 years ago? Let me know in the chat. Who here has been trying to win? I'll tell you why. That's not how success works. The world doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you deserve. And if you're putting in 1 hour a day of work, why would you expect to deserve someone who's put in a lifetime worth of work? You wouldn't, right? Inputs equals output. Understanding this, we decided to make the North Star of how we build and scale businesses to be, what would it make it unreasonable for you not to make $1 million, for you not to make 100K per month, for you not to literally make millions? We never start, okay, how do we get the first client? No, 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 no. We're like, what does the $1 million a year infrastructure looks like? What does someone who's already making $1 million a month do? What market are they going after? How are they selling? How are they generating a traffic? How are they doing all these things? Okay. And one of the infrastructure that we put in place, I'm going to show you guys an example, is this. Let me show you guys a quick little demo. Let me just make sure I can find this. So check this out. Whether you're starting below 10K per month or already coming to us at 50 grand, 100K per month, we literally treat you the same. We treat you like, hey, let's make you money. Okay. And we start by first understanding what are the metrics that create a 100K a month business. And the way you figure out what these metrics are, you look at here. For someone to be generating 100K per month, 6 figures a month, not a year, they probably need 10 to 50 leads per day. They probably need 1 to 10 appointments per day, right? Coming in. It might be 2 appointments that are self-booking and some of them don't show up. That's fine, right? And then minimum, you need to be closing 1 to 5 clients per week. And the average deal size should be what? 5 to 10K. So then we're like, okay, perfect. If this is what is required, if these are the inputs of $1 million a year business, then what is the infrastructure that creates it? First one is you need to put together an offer and a sales asset. What is that? You need to understand which market are you going to go after and what is the current bottleneck they have. If you want to go sell to dental, you need to understand their gap. And you need to figure out what system is going to bridge that gap. You want to go to restaurants, you need to understand you need to be able to communicate the bottleneck that they have and be able to convince that what you have to sell them is exactly what they need. And without it, they're not going to win. Perfect. So you build the offer, you pick the market, you put the sales letter together. Once you have these assets together, you then need systems. Why do you need systems? Because you need to track everything in your business. You need to know where the leads are. You need to have data. You need to be able to nurture them. You need to be able to follow up with them, et cetera, et cetera. Right? This is super powerful because it gives you the infrastructure to know if you're succeeding, why you're succeeding, if you're failing, why you're failing. Once you have the systems, then you need lead flow. How do we get leads? We prefer to do ads. Why do we like ads? Because it's the only thing that allows you to spend the same money you burn on Uber Eats. I'm saying this because I gave ChatGPT or Gemini my credit card statement, and I think I was spending like 2 grand a month on Uber Eats, right? So, but some of you guys have spent $66 on Uber Eats, right? So we had this client in 2024. She'd never tried ads whatsoever. Launched ads within 30 minutes. She had a lead that went through and booked a call with her offer that she wanted to sell. If 48 hours later, she had 14 leads and 4 booked sales calls. She was trying not to freak out because she wasn't ready for sales calls, but all she spent was $66 on ads. And this other client, $71 on ads to book 8 sales calls, $138 to book 5 sales calls with franchisors, right? Everybody here has $100. But do you know what everybody tells you guys is, oh, when you're not ready to start your business, you should preferably go do cold outreach. Oh, you should cold call people. I'm like, what? You're telling me that the sound advice is to tell people to go burn their emotions and their soul getting rejected 5 times a minute because they don't have $100, because they don't have $66? We don't believe in that. We want to create $1 million business. Therefore, we're going to behave like $1 million business. So we go straight to ads. Once we have ads, lead flow coming from ads, we set up what? An appointment setting, an AI appointment setter that calls all the leads, converts all the leads for you. Guess what? And this is the part that's super interesting. At no point here are you needed in the infrastructure. And that is the key secret. The moment the founder is stuck in all of these loops is the moment they never make any money. Because I don't trust the founder. I don't trust myself. The moment I say, hey, just figure out how to do it without including me, the richer I get. And the last part is you need to know how to sell. How do you get someone to wire you $10,000 in 10,000 Australian dollars? How do you do that? How do you get a dentist to wire you 7.5K? How do you get an insurance agent to wire you 5K, or a real estate agent? How do you get an insurance agency to pay you 9.5K for your sales infrastructure, right? How do you get lawyers to give you 7.5K of a 15K deal? You need that sales process. You need to know how to sell over the phone. Okay. And AI, we just saw the ability to create a real-time voice and avatar that speaks with you on AI. So we might have to automate selling too. But all I just wanted to show you guys is you want to win, start with the infrastructure. Okay. So our first system that we built was to try to solve this. Okay, guys, let's just say I'm in heaven right now. So maybe if you guys can see me, that's fine. I'm sorry for this, but I think it's going to be fine. But let's go back to the presentation. When we take on a client, we don't wait for them to be ready to succeed. We don't hope they figure it out. We start by putting together systems that make them deserving of success. How do we know it will work? Really simple. Laws of physics. One of them being laws of cause and effect. The most fundamental law in the universe is every result has a cause, and every cause produces a result. You don't hope gravity to work. You don't pray that fire is hot. These things are inevitable because the conditions that create them are in place. Success works in the same way. When the right infrastructure is in place, the result isn't a hope, right? It's not a possibility, it's inevitability. Most people have been chasing the effect without ever building the cause. How come most people never realize this, right? How come you've tried building a company for so long? And by the way, you guys might also be operating a business, but you're stuck below $1 million a year. How does that make any sense? It's because the inputs are simply not matching the thing that creates the output that you want in your life. But I actually think that an even bigger issue is that most people don't realize how expensive it is to have the type of people who keep you accountable in doing the things that require you to create the wealth you want. In 2024, this was my payroll. Uh, for me to build everything that we do, I spent $3 million. Okay. In 2025, we got a little bit AI. So I got a discount of 300K, but I still spent $2.8 million on my team. The above is how much payroll I've paid over the last 2 years to build the infrastructure needed to get our clients' results. Unfortunately, to build the infrastructure that makes you rich requires you to be rich already. Hence why building a company and having it bootstrapped feels like you're fighting a never-ending battle. 13 months ago, everything changed. We realized that every skill, every tool, every process that our team used to build this infrastructure could be put into AI, not as an AI assistant, but AI as the team. So we started cooking, literally, and built TryCook AI 1.0. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have this. We've literally deprecated this version. So I'm gonna just show you guys the replay of me walking through it that I did before we launched TryCook AI new version. Let me just pull it up. But guys, does it make sense? Does everything make sense so far? Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Are you guys enjoying it? Is this the best webinar you guys have had? I'm trying to make it fun. You guys can't see me, but it doesn't really matter. You guys don't really need to see me, you just need to hear me. All right, let me find the replay of the demo. Where is the demo? Okay, perfect. Let's go. Okay, I got it. All right, so let me replay this with a sound and then you guys can see it. Share with sound. Okay, beautiful. Here you go. Once we know that, what is something that you're great at? What are your skills? Do you have a community or audience? Because that's important. So the idea here is we automated the same way we would onboard a client who's buying our consulting. Okay, so we want to, before we launch anything, we first want to get assets about you. Okay, and this is how the intake workflow looked like. So check this out. Do you have any positioning assets? Where are you at? Have you sold people? Are you starting out? No clear offer? Are you full-time working? Blah, blah, blah. What is your current monthly revenue? What is your vision? How much, what is your growth rate, revenue monthly that you want to hit? And what type of business do you want? Do you necessarily want to do you care about building generational wealth, or do you just want to care about what do they call them? The laptop, what are the marketers that work on the beach? Do you want that? Or do you care about actually, cooking and being locked in? How fast do you want to go? Do you want to build in 30 to 60 days and see results? Or do you want to build something that's maybe long term, that takes a little bit more time to work, but that actually ends up lasting longer? Why are you doing this? Boom. What feels like the biggest thing blocking you? Have you tried launching or anything before? Do you have any specific skills? When it comes to delivering, do you have a bottleneck? Where are you blocked mentally? Have you used any AI tools before? How comfortable are you? All of this are data that is essentially allowing us to get a clear insight as to where you're at and where you need to go, right? And also, we want to know resource wise, how much time do you have to allocate to this? Because if you only have 1 hour a day, it is completely different than someone who's working 10 hours a day. Capital wise, if you have no money and you're bootstrapping it, it's probably different than if someone was wanting to invest and launch with ads and start getting leads literally by the end of the day. Are you building solo or do you have a team? What pace are you looking to move at? Boom. Okay. Then we take all of this data and then the system then takes in your profile, your current bottlenecks, your gaps, and your understanding of AI and your capital. Then we'll suggest you markets that have either high familiarity with what you said you had experience with, or others that may not necessarily have as good of familiarity, but that have high ticket opportunity. So let's pick aesthetic. Which one do you guys are you interested in? Let me know in the chat. Dental, do we go with HVAC, personal injury, law firms, real estate? Which one do you guys want to go with? HVAC. Okay, let's just put together, let's add dental because I like them. Okay, so check this out. You get to have the agent essentially build you offers for both markets, for all three markets, because in the future, you're not necessarily going to need to choose what business you want to run. You can just test multiple offers at the same time, right? Boom. So let's pick, which one do we fill your flash? I'm trying to figure out which one I like. Let's do this, the dental one. So then it just starts building your assets, right? It will start building your VSL. It'll put together your sequences, your offer, who you're going after, your ICP, your sequences, boom, boom. So when leads come into your funnel, you don't necessarily have to worry about so much about, them nurturing, them not necessarily showing up to your call. Then you have your VSL. How are you actually going to sell to orthodontist when you don't know anything about orthodontist? Well, it writes the whole sales letter for you. Look, if you're an orthodontic practice owner or a high volume dentist, you already know the math. One Invisalign case is worth 5,000, 7,000. You only need a couple extra per month to change the trajectory of your practice. But instead, those high ticket starts, your calendar is probably full of no-shows or people asking for the cheapest price. So here's the deal. I'm going to show you how to put 15 pre-qualified high ticket Invisalign consultations on your calendar the next 30 days. And I'm going to do it using our proprietary AI lead to chair system that does all the heavy lifting for you. The best part, if we don't hit that number, you don't pay a cent, zero risk. Now, I talk a lot. So you see, like the sales script is built. While you are waiting, your landing page also gets built. Your booking page also gets built. Okay? Your ads gets built. Start pulling. Right? And then once you can wait for all of them to generate, or you can just hit launch. Boom. Okay? So this was what we started with. The idea that you could just, hey, make all the blue switch to green. What we wanted to do was allow anybody who didn't have the leverage to be able to essentially build and launch without really having to rely on the old antiquated kind of like channels of like you have to build a funnel yourself. You then have to learn how to write VSLs. Then you have to learn how to create ads. Then you have to learn how to build a proper offer. Why do you need to do that? Why? In a world where AI exists, why do you need to do? We also did the following. I'll show you guys. We essentially realized that even whether you're wanting to launch your business or you're wanting to help a business solve the number one thing that every single person today who's making millions of dollars a year and who's making millions of dollars a month, they're doing it because of one thing, their ability to get attention for free. So what did we do? We essentially built an agent that scrapes TikTok, social platforms for viral content. Why is it important to start with viral content? It's because how many people here have access to an AI content tool that they've probably accessed? How many have used an AI content tool? Perfect. And how much money have you guys made from it so far? Like, how much money? Actually, let's pause. Let's not even talk about content. How many have used AI tools before? And how much money have you guys made since AI came it hit the scene? Has your income grown? By how much? 2K. See, majority is even with all the leverage with AI, the only thing people are getting is dopamine. No one is really making any money with AI because AI tools are not built to help you solve business problems. They're helping you, they're built to almost hook you like social media is. How do we get people someone hooked so they can scroll and keep using our platform? Not how do you make money from our platform. For us, we don't care about dopamine. We're like, what is the most important problem to solve for businesses? Get them attention. Well, if I want to help a real estate client scale, if I want to help a dental clinic scale, I'm not a dental practice owner. I don't know how to do content for dental that gets attention. So how do I do it? You do it this way. Hey, I want to help me find, hey, give me viral content in dental. The idea is, even if you don't have the skill of viral content, find what's already going viral in this niche, okay? And then say, hey, please model the first one and recreate it. The agent starts creating content. It's that simple. And the idea is, I'm going to see if I can show you guys some of the stuff that I've done. The idea is you do things like this.
I hate how they look. It's all I can see.
Watch the transformation. Gaps.
A smile can change, white and full of light.
Find what's viral, find the hook of what works, okay?
Not a
And just
single
recreate
booking, 4 days straight. Come on, people. We can't keep the lights on like this.
Look at this week, half empty. We need more patience, more fun.
Go from
So, how long is this gonna take?
Just a couple of minutes, you're doing great.
Okay.
Deep breath in and out.
When a tooth is
the idea is the single hardest part of any business when it comes to content creation is two parts. Yes, it is the shooting. Recording is one thing. There's no business owner who's going to sit in there and spend their day on their phone recording TikToks. That's just not going to happen, which is why I've never personally recommended to build like video content or video. All right, let me pick back from here because I don't want my clone taking over. All right, let's get back to it. So that platform is what we started with. We wanted to automate the process of building what? The assets that you need to put together for your infrastructure, and then also automate the ability for you to acquire attention, not just attention for your own business, but preferably if you're serving other businesses, guess what is the number one thing that they're all struggling with? They can't generate attention for nothing. Okay. So we thought that by building that, not only would we allow our clients to automate how they get attention, but we'd also unlock the ability for them to unlock the most powerful thing for their clients. So that's kind of like what we started with. Okay. Did great. Clients were happy with this initial flow. People were amazed by this platform. But then we realized something else. You'd assume that if you have access to AI agents that can build your $1 million infrastructure, you'd start making $1 million a year, right? Well, it doesn't work like that. And to prove it, I want to ask a question. How many people here have read Hormozi Book's $100 million offer? In the chat, let me know. Have you guys read this book? Yes? Yes? Okay, perfect. How many people have used GHL or currently use GHL? Okay, perfect. How many people have run ads before? Or you've done cold outreach or you've done cold email, whatever. Okay. And then how many people can sell? Who here has sold something before? It might have been door to door, like I did door to door to sell some telecommunication services. I did door to door to sell roofing stuff. Okay, perfect. So you guys can also sell. Okay, beautiful. Then my question is, actually, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to show you guys the stats. So how come you guys are not making $1 million a year already? You guys have all the skills required to make $1 million. You know how to put together an offer. You know how to run ads. You know how to sell, and you know kind of like the system, right? Well, this is what's even crazier because it's not just you guys. Out of 34 million businesses in the US, only 5% ever cross $1 million a year. Okay. But check this out. Out of those, their average net profit is 7 to 10% a year. Meaning the average business owner, the top 5% of 34 million businesses, only take home on average 70K to 100K a year. Okay. And that's the top 5%. The bottom 95%, they take home on average 15K. So if you were to look at the actual numbers of business, you would never suggest anyone that you love to start a business because all the data is against you. You will simply fail. I don't care how many people you guys look online who are like buying Bugattis and Paganis and they live in penthouses and they have sunsets in the background. Do not trust them. Do not start a business, please. Right? Every entrepreneur that figure out marketing, sales, delivery, they still on average take home the same as if they would just do overtime during the week at their current 9 to 5. And what's happening is this cycle is repeating itself with AI. You have this guy who commented on my YouTube. He's like, hey, I'm a front-end developer and I'm dreading to go back to get a job because I'm struggling to even make 3K per month. I have an AI automation business. I got a no-brainer offer, all-in-one automation and a web package. I can literally put together websites in 30, 60 minutes. And he's like, this Gen Z influencer culture is so blatantly toxic, victims and addicts of marketing and lacking of truth. But what he doesn't understand is that I totally agree with you. It has nothing to do with skills. You even have engineers who are like, hey, I have a background in AI engineering. The most challenging part, as you said, is to build a valuable solution. That's the mistake I made and probably still making, like you said. You can't come from nowhere and build a real solution that solves a real problem. I'm trying to learn business, marketing, and all of that to build intuition, but it's really hard for me as a purely technical person. I don't really know what companies actually need to solve and what are the real problems. Not gonna lie, it's frustrating when you can build anything of any complexity, but your skills are so useless because you don't know how business works. And then the other thing is you have a lot of what? A lot of N8N automation builders who don't realize that their skill, their job has gone so cooked, it's unreal. The same skill that a million people are watching on YouTube video on how to build N8N make.com workflow, they think that they're just competing with people in a first world country. You're not. You're competing with Kelvin, you're competing with Oyetola, and they're charging for the same thing that you think you're going to charge thousands. They're charging it for $21. You can't even buy a McDonald's meal for $21 anymore, right? So also,
The learning to use AI is getting so commoditized so fast, it's crazy, right? Having skills to build the infrastructure or to get the job done is the bare minimum. So everyone ends up acquiring the same skills, reducing it to a simple commodity, just like sugar is, just like salt is. It's just a commodity, right? But some entrepreneurs skip decades of struggle entirely. They achieve in months what takes others a lifetime. What did they know that everyone else didn't? Before I tell you and show you guys how we've been able to solve this unlock, which is going to be pretty exciting, I want to show you guys a transformation of a client who his transformation really unlocked this variable. It reminded me that just having the infrastructure, building the assets, still doesn't make you deserving of success. Okay. So this one of our clients, smart, hardworking, unbelievable, right? Launched an AI offer. We helped him launch an offer towards end of beginning of 2025. Okay, late 2024, early 2025. He got that offer to $20,000 a day after the first month from $2,000 in ad spend. Then a few months later, everything fell apart. Lost it all. Why? Wrong market, wrong pricing model, wrong messaging. He was selling the right thing to the wrong people. His skills didn't change. His work ethic didn't change. He just, was grinding just as hard. But the truth was unfortunately wrong. What he was applying himself to was simply not the right opportunity. So even though he had all the ads, the funnel, the systems, the this, the that, and all the skills, you multiply the right skills, the right infrastructure, the right systems times the wrong opportunity, you'll go back to zero inevitably. Now, here's where the story gets exciting. He was literally lost everything, all the money, credit card maxed out, no money left, nothing. But luckily, when you're advertising on Meta, they give you a threshold. They don't bill you every time that you run ads. They like every 500. For me, it's every $1,000 that I spent, they charge my credit card. So he still had an $800 threshold on Meta ads, right? So he said, you know what? I've already lost everything. Might as well launch a new offer and a new company. But before he could launch, he needed certainty. Certainty on what? Certainty on demand quality, making sure that he picks the right market, the right pain to solve with AI. Pick the right unique solution to help him differentiate himself from the competition. Pick the right monetization so that he can get paid upfront and also get recurring revenue. Make sure that he had the right messaging and make sure that he has a fulfillment model that is scalable, something that he can build once and release it over and over again. So he leveraged AI to find the above. And most importantly, he found people who were already making millions of dollars in this market. And look at what happened. Right as he had only $50 left in his threshold, he's closed his first 2K client. That first month, he finished it at $16,000. The second month, finished it at $50,000 in cash collected in less than a month. Okay. Third month, he hit $30,000 in a day with 15K in cash collected in a new market that he knew nothing of. When I saw this case study, even though he was a client and we helped him put the infrastructure together, all that good stuff, I was still blown away because I was reminded of the impact of knowing something that other people don't know, or that the only way for you to know that truth is to be deserving of it. None of this came from working harder. He was just working just as hard as when he was failing. He didn't learn a new skill. He didn't change his product. He was still selling an AI solution. But before launching his new offer, he found a better market, found people were already successful selling to that market. He found their pricing. He found how they're advertising. He found everything about the opportunity. And then he went after it with conviction because he wasn't guessing anymore. He knew. And he didn't also make up a niche and like, oh, I would like to work with this niche because that's the people I like. No, 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 no. You don't do that in business. You don't do that. If you do, you're going to get punished time after time until you learn the lesson that you do not get paid for what you want. You get paid for what the market wants. And knowing all of this is what we call knowing the truth. And the truth is not with a smaller case T, it's with a capital T. Truth is data that creates inevitability. It's not opinions, it's not gut feelings. It's not what some guru told you on YouTube. It's not even what I'm telling you on this call. I will not suggest you guys any business model or any business opportunity whatsoever. I only trust one thing, and that is data. Real data about real markets, showing you exactly where demand exists, who's already winning, how they're winning, and where the opening is for you. And once you have this data, it gives you something that no course, no tool, no amount of hard work gives you. It gives you judgment, the ability to choose the right opportunity with conviction, not hope, not guessing, conviction backed by data. And when you have that, the laws of cause and effect take over. The right market, the right offer at the right time makes it inevitable for you not to win. So we asked ourselves one question: how the hell do we give this to everyone? How do we make it so that you don't need to go broke finding the truth? How do we make it so that you don't need years of experience to know which market to go after? How do we make it so that the data is, how do we make it so the data is just there, telling you exactly where to go? And that's where we built one of the system that I'm the most proud of is the Truth Engine. Can I show you guys the Truth Engine? Let me know in the chat. Can we look at the Truth Engine? All right, let's do it. Perfect. So here's how it works. It started a lot like this because, we're like, okay, let's spin up this system. The way that it works is it has multiple agents finding data on every single platform that anyone who knows how to find data of where money is and where money flows would. And how does that work? If I wanted to go into an industry, I would like to see what ads they're running. I would like to know what the market is saying. I would like to know their funnels. I would like to know their messaging. I would like to know their positioning. I would like to know all of these segments because not all markets, a niche is big. There's multiple segments within a niche. So when I'm going after a niche, right? So let's say, hey, I want to go after the dental market or really just sell AI solutions to businesses, but I'm not really sure which niche to go after. Can you help me figure out the best opportunities, the best market, best solution, and who's already advertising in this market and making money? Then you would send this. So check this out. Once you send it, it will ask you a few questions to just make sure that the deep research can actually be done. Okay. Now, a lot of people are like, hey, what's the difference between this and ChatGPT research? Well, ChatGPT was not built to find you money. It has an agentic research option, but what this does has nothing to do with a general research, right? So what's your primary goal? Find the most profitable niche to enter, validate which competition. I say everything. Give me everything. Which stage am I at? I'm just exploring. And then it spins up everything. Okay. So I'll research both dental AI market and the broader AI solution space. Okay. So look at what it will do. It will pull Reddit. It will start pulling YouTube videos. It will start pulling ads. It will start pulling everything. Because it takes time, because it does all those things, I'm going to show you guys examples of outputs. So it starts putting together like the old thing, the pain points. And then let me show you guys an example because I pulled here. So this is an example of the same output research I just did. It will start show you, let's say I was doing this search in the local service market. It will go find you the demand in this market, okay? And then it will show you the distinct segments within the local service niche that actually want AI. It will give you dental practices, home services contractors, cosmetic high ticket, the cosmetic industry like aesthetics, med spas and all that good stuff. Because it's blowing up, everybody, because of Instagram and they have to look good, if they can't use filters, they're going to go to the spa, okay? So that's good, right? It will give you all of this and then give you also ads of who's going after this thing.
Forge Dentist will guarantee you more implants and Forge cases within the first 30 days of working with us.
Okay. The reason why you want to see different.
Hi friend, I'm Neil Zemba. I'm the CEO here at Rise DDS.
The reason why you want to see ads of people going after different markets is so that you can judge. Like this guy, I like his ads. So let's say I'm like, okay, I'm going to go pick this dental market as my goal. So then you do another research. You say, hey, go deeper on the dental market. And here's what it does. Competitive AI growth solutions, a market for dental practice, patient acquisition. It will then show you a deep dive on just the dental market. It will show you how big the market is. It will show you competitive analysis, who's winning and why. Tooth Traffic is a competitor that we just saw. Okay. Show you their landing pages, show you everything, and give you how to frame the opportunity, common objections that you might face, the different solutions you could sell into this market, and based on how easy it is to enter into this market and how hard it is to actually, so ease of entry and the market potential. Okay, so do you want to go sell something that is hard, but that has great market potential? You can, but you probably want to go AI high ticket patient qualification because it's as high as is the highest has the easiest entry, like it's the lowest barrier, but with the highest potential, right? And then show you the ads, more ads from the competitors. Once you've found the competitors, then you just simply say, hey, show me everything about this competitor. And this is where it does magic. Tooth Traffic, which is the guy that we just saw here, it breaks down everything. The core offer, the messaging, their landing pages, everything. Everything that you want. You can visit their website, or you can just get AI to visit it. Okay. But I did this in every single market that we go into with our clients, or actually our clients use this for their clients, right? But let's say you wanted to also understand how a clinic is already killing it. You can also audit one competitor at a time. You can ask it, hey, I saw this guy on Instagram. He's killing it. Find me everything that he's doing. It will estimate their revenue yearly. Their practice is doing $2 to $5 million a year. Here's their Instagram. Here's their YouTube. They're also doing LinkedIn. Okay. It will show you all the products they're selling. Porcelain, veneers, implants, smile makeovers, Invisalign, teeth whitening. You might not know anything about dental. Who cares? AI knows and can find it. And then it will show you what? All of the links that our agent audited. Okay. I just don't want to open IG because I think we might be live. So show you his YouTube, right? Show you his LinkedIn, show you everything. Now, let's say you don't know how to actually serve a client. You want to help a dental practice add $2 million a year, and you want to build it because you don't know how to scale a company. Well, give the Truth Engine every bottleneck that your client has, and then let it build you a 90-day roadmap based on their bottlenecks, right? In this case, the case study of this client was they were losing 25% of inbound calls go to voicemail, less than 50% of voicemail callers leave a message. So that it estimated that the clinic was losing 10 to 15 calls a day. At an average of $500 average patient value, that means that this clinic was losing $2.5K to $3.7K a day. And then it's going to show you, here is the fix, here is what we're going to do. Here's the cost. Here is, even if we recover 5 missed calls a day, we literally add you an extra 2.5K a day, which is 50K per month that is recovered by just installing this one system. And then it's going to break down the next issue. The next bottleneck was Prompt Desk spends 15 hours a week on confirmation calls and rescheduling. That is an estimated revenue loss of 30 to 50K a month. Here's what we're going to do. Automated SMS, online booking integration, and a reactivation campaign. That should bring us where? An ROI of 50K by just doing this set of things. It goes on for every bottleneck. And last but not least, it shows you the projection of how every month, after you implemented every system, how the high ticket clients share should go from 5% to 15%. And then in month 2, it should go to 35%. It shows you that their cost per acquisition will drop from $200 to 150 to 120 to $100. And that if all of these improve, that by the end of the 90-day month, you should have added 200K to 250K should be their monthly revenue. It should be their MRR, but then you should have added 50K to 100K a month in new MRR from implementing the systems. So the truth engine is not just built for you to give you the truth, but it also breaks down what? It breaks down how to actually cook for your clients. You can do this for the real estate market. You want to know sell to realtors? Do it. Go find people who are advertising to realtors.
Realtors, how did this regular realtor?
And if you like their ads, simply say, hey, find me their entire funnel. Break down everything that they're doing. You no longer now are limited by the fact that you don't know what you don't know. It is no longer a bottleneck. Agents, and I literally do it even for my own business. So I wanted to start selling webinars. So I went on the Truth Engine and I'm like, hey, find me the demand for webinars. And it found me the search interest for the last 12 months. And what's cool is that if it didn't just tell me the demand, it also found me someone who was already selling webinars, who is Jason Wojo. I think he did like $1 million a month with it. And the thing is that it gave me what? It gave me his funnels. So I could literally visit his funnels right now, right? It gave me not just his funnels, it gave me his ads.
If you're a coach, consultant, online service pro, course seller, okay, I'm going to build, you need to go on to these webinars.
And the idea is, I don't need to, the truth is, I'm not really, the ads is not so I can know it, it's so that AI can have access to it.
You can now launch and scale your own webinar.
And if AI has access to the truth of what's working, then I'm not replicating or I'm not hallucinating ads. I'm not going to ChatGPT and saying, oh, can you create me ads to sell low ticket webinars or like high ticket webinars? No, I'm like, who's spending their hard earned money on ads, selling the same thing I want to sell? I want word for word everything they're saying. Because if he's making $1 million a month from spending 200K a month on ads, that means that if I was to even spend 100th of that, I should experience 100th of the $1 million a month. And I would be happy with that. That is the logic. No more guessing. Everybody keeps guessing and they end up just broke. And just to show you guys, you don't just have to do this in just the high ticket service space. You can do it you can use this thing for e-com. You can do this if you want to sell apps to we had a customer who wanted to sell to mothers that just had a baby. And we went in the postpartum fitness market to see who was selling and what was the demand. And we found people who were selling.
Busy moms.
Right? So the beautiful thing about this is that you start with truth. You want to see who's competing with Hyros because you spend a lot of money, or you want to compete with Hyros? Find other people who are competing and selling attribution tools.
I went from a 0.7 to 4.2 ROAS in 14 days.
Right? Everything. You want to figure out how Iman is making his money? Beautiful. Do it. He says digital launchpad, monetize, agency nav. He just pivoted to what? He just pivoted to AI and automation focus in end of 2025. Now he's selling synthesized AI, Ghostwriter OS, all that good stuff, right? Helping people launch like $200 a day business, right? And this is what we realized. I want to compete with Hormozi, right? I want to compete with Hormozi. Maybe I could compete with Hormozi. Why not, right? So this was the unlock that once we did it, it opened up something that made us believe that I think we can finally automate. I think we can democratize winning, right? And we had some case studies from clients. So we had clients who had some sales calls, some prospects that they weren't able to close. And then they used the Truth Engine to find the truth. And they used that truth to sell it to the prospect. So meaning they did research on the Truth Engine then brought that on the sales call, showed the truth to the prospect, and the prospect was like, oh yeah, this is great. And then the prospect signed an $8,000 deal and wired them $4,000. Literally, Wasim did not become smarter. He just sold the truth to the business that had probably been scammed a lot by marketing agencies. He was just like, hey, don't believe me, just believe the truth. And if you're happy with the truth, then give me. And boom, he paid. We had another client who engineer, he has quit his job, by the way, ever since these wins. But he closed his first client, but then didn't necessarily, he went on a dry spell and didn't close any client for the entire month of November, right? But I ended up getting on an interview with him in December, the 5th of December. And I was like, hey man, I know you have leads, I know you're spending money on ads, but you're unable to close. We just built this thing called the Truth Engine. Do you want to use it? And no, that's too bright. Yeah, like that. It's fine. So he started using the Truth Engine and went back to leads that he had previously in his pipeline. I spoke with him on the 5th of December, at 8 p.m. Closed the cash collected $2,000. The following morning at 8:50 a.m. closed a $2,000 deal. 48 hours later, collected another $2,000. That is the impact of selling the truth instead of what? Gambling and trying to do these sales tactics where you're selling people stuff that you don't even know works. Why are you doing that? Find the truth and sell it back to your clients. For me, I thought he was kidding, right? I was like, how is it possible? No prior business experience whatsoever. Let's just start printing. Okay. Now, all of this brings us to the real topic of today, which is the beginning of infinity, the one-person $1 million company with TryCook AI 2.0. I logically explained the variables of success, but when we started building TryCook AI, we weren't actively looking to solve for the success equation. We accidentally figured out as we wandered around building these AI systems. As you guys can see, there are multiple systems scattered left and right, okay? But once we built the agents that could build your business assets and infrastructure, then built the Truth Engine, it was clear where the future was heading. If you remember at the beginning of this presentation, I clarified that the biggest thing keeping me or you from harnessing the true potential of AI is our own knowledge, clarity, judgment, and resources. Because AI is simply a mirror of your soul. And as so the founder or CEO of Vercel, which is the infrastructure for a lot of AI platforms, say AI is an amplifier of your intellect and values, a mirror of your soul. If you were a confirmation biased person, AI can be catastrophic for you. There's some way to contort almost any prompt to give you the answer you're looking for. The extreme version of this is AI psychosis, right? Literally, people are having a psychosis episodes because they're literally telling AI what they want to feel, and literally AI is just leading them to psychosis, right? If you're more product company, then you'll inundate yourself in garbage. Imagine joining a company that they've invented every system, replacing every app that they normally use, just because they can. Just because you can vibe code something doesn't mean you should. But unfortunately, AI is doing this. It's leading us to chaos because it just validates more of who we are. Okay? By solving these two variables that create success in business, we realized that we finally had a shot at removing the number one obstacle, keeping every natural born leader from using this technology, from making their dreams come true. And that obstacle being themselves. Any form of success is you have the knowledge, you have the truth, and then you execute, and then you see results. For that to be possible, we had to re-architecture TryCook AI 2.0 and completely launch and literally relaunch everything. And ever since we've launched it, we have clients in the Quebec market. We were impressed with the old version, but now we're even more impressed with 2.0. Je lève mon chapeau à toi et à la team. We had Leslie, I think she had not seen that we had updated the platform. She was like, hey, holy moly, this update, right? So who wants to see the beginning of infinity with TryCook AI? Let me know in the chat. Who wants to see this thing? Let me know in the chat. Just comment, let's go. And then I'll share it. Okay, cool. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want to show you guys that to build $1 million a year offer in business and assets should actually now take you 60 minutes or less. And just to put into perspective, I used to run an agency where we would build this manually, and it would take us 4 weeks to put this together. Today, 60 minutes is all you need. Okay? So I want to show you guys this, and then I think you guys are gonna love it, and you guys are gonna want it. Okay, so check this out. Here's how you would launch a business. Launch a new workspace, say, Cook AI. Let's cook. I just want to cook. I just want to cook. And by the way, this could be either you or you doing it for your client. So, just want to cook. Let's cook. Okay. This doesn't matter. And then you create a workspace. You have two paths. Do you already have an existing business, or do you want to launch one? If you have an existing business, we're going to collect data. We're going to ask you, okay, give us your website, give us your sales calls, give us your SOPs, give us access to your Google, your Drive, give us access to everything that gives us data. And then we're going to go through the same loop as if we were relaunching a business, because if you need this, it's probably because you want to win more, and we're better just let AI do the research for you. Okay, so check this out. You choose two paths. I know my market, explore markets. Let's say I know my market. But really, if you guys don't know your market, preferably don't tell AI anything. Just go in explore markets. Let's say I want to go into dental, the dental niche. Describe your sub niche. I'm not really sure of the niche. I just want to help me find the best niche in the dental space. And then it starts understanding the model, the business model that I want to run. Lead generation, build done for you, digital products. You want to sell digital products, you want to do lead generation, you can do everything. And then you give it that data, and then it starts doing research. What we did is we took the Truth Engine infrastructure and embedded it in what? Into the launch process of a business. What that means is, before you launch anything, you let AI find the truth about that market. In this case, dental market interest over time finds it. It finds also what? People who are advertising in this market. And in this case, it's finding people advertising dental clinics that are advertising. Okay. And then you say, hey, lock in. And then it goes to the next step. The next step should be what? Let's actually validate that this insight is true. Let's validate the truth and find what? The big pain points of this industry. And by the way, while it's doing this research, you could be doom scrolling. I don't have my phone. Can someone give me my phone? Because look, as you're putting together a business, you doom scroll. That's fine. You want to watch TikToks? Watch TikToks. You want to be playing with your kid? Play with your kid. You want to watch a movie? Do it. You want to enjoy the sunset right now that I'm enjoying? Oh, we have the clouds. I don't know if the sunset is going to be as good. Watch the sunset while AI is finding you everything you need to know to do what? To sell to dental practices. I could not know anything. Let it find you. right? Look at this. Look at this message. I go to work every day and I'm stressed to the max and unhappy and just falling apart mentally. I'm proficient at dentistry, but the business stuff is extremely overwhelming. Oh, say less. Say less. I'm coming to save you. I need this insight. Because when I go to a dental, why would I go to dental if I don't see that they have a clear pain point? Why should I trust that I should just trust what a YouTube guru said? No, I want to go straight in the market. What are the dental people saying? Once I find the real problem, the lead volume trap, run ads, get leads, fill your schedule, more leads, more patients. Okay, perfect. What it actually created is burnout. Okay, perfect, beautiful. I don't even need to read this, by the way. AI needs to read it because why do I need to read all of this stuff? I don't need to read nothing. Okay. Now, because this will take a process, because this is not hallucinated. If it was hallucinated, it would generate it right away. Because this is an agentic, like agents are literally doing work, it takes time to put all of this together. But I want to show you guys, as this is going, one infrastructure that I put together. Okay. Okay, actually, it's putting together the solutions. Let me show you guys one. So I was working on this one and it built all of this. So this is what it will end up looking like. It will put together your solution. It will create these files that it will save where? Here. Why is it important to save files? Anybody got an answer to that question? Why do you guys think it's good for AI as it does research, finds you the perfect avatar, okay, that you should go after in any niche, finds you competitors. Look at this. Who's already selling AI appointment setters to these clinics? Find me. Are they running ads? Okay, perfect. Let it break down the funnel. Why is it good to save our competitors' funnels? Anybody want to answer this question? Anybody want to answer the question? So I'll give you guys one of the thing that makes a business not valuable is the fact that is one of the things that people call He-Man risk. Being CEO of a company, no matter how great that company is because you have all the knowledge. So if an investor wanted to acquire your business and you quit, if that business goes to zero, because you knew the niche, you knew the pain, you knew the competitors, you knew the ads that work, you knew everything on how the business works. But most CEOs never document, me included. So I can't exit my business for shit. Like my business is worth nothing besides the cash flow that I generate. But having AI go do work, okay, and then save everything means it's literally like having employees building SOPs on how your entire business was created. But this goes a step further. It's so that other AI agents can always have context on your own business, and preferably they run it for you. Okay? So it suggests the go-to-market playbook, the ads, the competitor search, the appointment magnet, calls the mechanism, okay? Picks the pricing for you, right? And tells you the margins, validates the score of your offer. Why is it important to validate the score? Because, oh, look at this. So this is kind of like how the whole flow goes, essentially. This is how it built everything. I was building an offer in the e-commerce space, and this is essentially it replaying everything that it built. This is how we should feel building a business. You don't even need to know what it's doing. Like literally, it doesn't matter. You don't know what it's doing. Just let AI do stuff. Let it find the top winning ads in e-com. People are already promoting AI UGC. And let it read all this data and input it, and then build your framework for the ads that you should probably model, and then let it go find their competitors, find the viral content in e-com. Okay. all of these steps, add spy, generate ads, generate logo, generate your landing page, right? Generate your sales presentation, generate your nurture sequences, sales letter, pre-call VSL, social assets, your sales script, every single thing. And at no point were you ever needed. And you know what's even more exciting is that once you're done, you go connect what? Your pixel on ads, launch your ads. I was launching it today, okay? And if I go on Meta, it literally launched my ads, right? Like AI UGC website, it built the, I'll show you guys so you guys can see the name. Like the campaign name. E-commerce, this is the ad set, AI UGC lead gen, AI UGC video production lead gen. And what is it? AI UGC visual production website traffic. It creates the ad, it creates the ad set, and it uploads the image. And at no point did you need what? A media buyer? Did you need to pay someone an agency expensive fees so they can come just do things that AI can finally do? Deploy your website, right? I haven't deployed it, right? Add your form on your funnel. Literally, you should be able to go from idea to leads, pinging your phone preferably without touching the platform. Okay, this is what I meant by the bottleneck should no longer exist. Oh, someone said, did it build the funnel and go high level? I'm going to curse a little bit, but fuck no. Why would we build the funnel and go high level? We deploy it right on Cook. And that is the paradigm. It's, you don't no longer need to go on antiquated like systems, because that's exactly why you have to go figure out GHL. You have to go figure out this. Why exactly do you need to do that? You should launch your funnel. I mean, might as well show you. Let me see if it's gonna work. Okay. It's building. Unfortunately, it's because we were launching the new offer. It's going back to the old one. Okay, let me see if I can, because I was at this stage exactly here. No, not new niche. Beginning of Affinity. Building my landing page. Okay, guys, this is how we should do. Your landing page should be built here. And all you'll need to do is deploy it, right? And the beautiful part about this is that it has access to all the initial build process that it built this company in the first place. When you would hire a funnel builder, you would be like, hey, so here's what we do. Here's our offer. Here's the competition. Here's a copy of what, hey, can you please help me write copy for my funnel? And you would still pay them money. I'm like, I'm paying you to build a funnel and I'm still having to write copy myself? What do you mean? Now, end to end, done right here without you leaving. Okay? And that is the paradigm. Everything just one flow. Okay? Perfect. Now, that is the new paradigm of launching a company. Okay? But can I show you guys some other cool features? So someone said, so we still need to have a brand, have an AI clone. You can clone your voice in the launch. It's just that I can't go through the whole launch. It's just going to take time. right? So now the reality here is you want to launch something. What? Oh, you don't know what to launch? Let AI find the truth. Oh, you don't have the skills to build funnels, build ads, build whatever. Oh, AI agents have those skills. Why do you need those skills? Right? Oh, you want us to go deploy everything? Everything that you need to launch anything, whether that be for you or your clients, done for you. But I want to show you guys something even more exciting. Okay. So what I just showed you guys is cool enough, but what's even cooler is everything here. Okay. When we built Cook, we realized that the future was not that a human would use Cook, actually. We realized that the future would be that AI would be using Cook. And if AI is going to make you money, it needs access to tools just like a human would. You needed to be able to build sites, okay? You needed to be able to build forms like you would have on your lead form or on your GHL. You needed to be able to read the data of people visiting your funnel. You see, like, people visiting this page. I don't know exactly which page this is. But the next thing that you also want to give it access to is the ability to access ads that are viral and that have been working in any industry. You want to sell real estate coaching? Okay. Let's find people who are advertising real estate coaching. Ryan Serhant, if I woke up with 0 real estate clients tomorrow, this is how I would get clients. Okay, perfect. I like this lady. She has 230,000. Okay, I think this is the content. So you want to find viral content? Do it here. And once you find what's cool, you can remix it. You want to find ads? Be my guest. These are the guys advertising in the agency. Cameron England, what is he saying?
In the last 3 years, I've grown my agency to $3 million a year with a 50% profit margin, only working 1 hour a day. And I've now...
Yeah, and I think he might be from the UK, or he might be a little bit Irish, because I feel like he's cooking that accent. So I could just model this, but guess what? Once I model this, I want to be able to create content, right? So let me show you guys a cool trick. You go to here, you go to this agent, and then you go here. And then you're like, hey, please create me. Okay, this is not it. I need to go on ads demo. So check this out. You go to here, you go to the browse, and then you get what? AI to generate you clips based on your offer. You create multiple clips.
The reason most dental practices can't scale past a certain point is because their front desk is the bottleneck. You're spending 10 grand a month on ads and your receptionist is sending leads to voicemail during lunch. That's not a marketing problem. That's an infrastructure problem. The reason most dental practices
If you're a
can't
dentist
scale...
and you haven't set up AI lead gen yet, go do it right now.
Like, this is not this is AI, but who can tell that this is AI? Right? Who knows that this is AI? Well, if you guys saw this girl.
Every dentist I know who's tried AI systems for their practice says the same thing. They wish they'd done it 2 years ago. Stop waiting.
Who knows that this is AI?
Bro, our AI system books like 40 appointments a week now without my front desk touching a phone. We had to hire another hygienist just to keep up.
You can't know it's AI, right? And all you would have to do is just speak with this agent and say, hey, please build me a new storyboard, and just, the only thing you need to do is just stitch the ads, okay? So you can just spin up ads as you wish, okay? The next thing is you want to be going viral on every single platform, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. You want to create YouTube packaging? Do it here. Well, not do it. Just tell AI, hey, I want to create YouTube packaging. Help me create it. Talk to the YouTube agent, okay? And let it just confirm what you want to create. Is it a, yeah, I want to do a vlog. Build an audience, yes. What's your channel? Natural born leader. Boom. Okay. And it's going to gather more options, but it should just cook stuff. And once you've built things, you can just do what? Schedule it and post it by connecting what? Your social accounts, or your client accounts. Okay. I want to connect my ad account. 1 second. Let me show you guys. I got to go to a space where I have my data. So 1 second. I don't want to show you guys all the sauce. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay, so check this out. You have your ads, okay? Let's say you don't know anything about ads, like I do, right? We have a media buyer on the client side, but I manage my ads myself. Okay. So I'll be like, hey, please tell me which campaign has spent the most amount of money last 24 hours or the last week. And tell me the click-through rate and the amount of leads we got. You just talk to AI. It fetches your data in seconds, just like a human would read the ads manager, right? Just like I would go here and be like, oh, this is how much we're spending, $4,000 a day, $2,000 a day, cost per lead, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Why do I need to know this? Right? Oops. I think it disappeared. It disappeared. Show me all the data of how much we spent in the last 7 days on our campaign. Thank you. And find the best performing campaign. And I want you to duplicate it and create a new one and launch it. Create a new campaign, a new ad set, a new ad. We're selling TryCook AI, which is a platform that essentially builds and launches companies and helps you manage their growth without you needing any employees. So the best performing is bottom of funnel, Truth Engine, $7,000 spent, top of funnel, 14 grand, right? Now let me duplicate this campaign and create a new one on TryCook AI. Excellent. Campaign created. Now let me create the ad set. Perfect. I found the key targeting interest. Let me create the ad set, smart targeting. I think I've exceeded the APIs, but we're going to see here. You guys are going to see if it works. If I leave, it's going to disappear? Okay, no, never mind. It's cooking. TryCook AI, build and launch. Create an instant for your lead campaign. Okay, it's bugging. It's telling me a lot of things, but it's doing stuff. I don't know what it does. I just trust it. Create a lead form. Why are you trying to create a lead form? And the thank you page. Oh, invalid parameter keys. Follow-up action. Create a lead form. Just skip the lead form. Why is this AI so? Okay, so it's tripping, right? The campaign objectives outcome lead, so we need to stick to lead generation. You see, this is the issue with AI. It just doesn't give up, right? And campaign, TryCook AI, entrepreneur traffic. And whoa, $2,000 a day? Probably not. We don't want you to do that. Okay, look at this. TryCook AI, new campaign. It's just created a new campaign. TryCook AI entrepreneur traffic. Okay. And it's probably creating an image. Oh, it's just created an image. Right? Build and launch your company in days, not months. Okay, perfect. I like that. And then the last part is now let me run pre-flight checks before recommending activation. Yes, please. All right, just do stuff. Just do stuff for me, please. All right, guys, once it's done, you just tell it to activate the campaign and it just does it. Here's the campaign. Here's your ad set. Here's your ad, $2,000 a day. Important notes, budget, $2,000 a day. Please be lookout. And what would you like me to do? I'll just tell it to activate. But in the meantime, let's look at other features. So we're also eventually replacing a CRM because AI cannot work on deterministic softwares, right? So I don't want to connect my GHL right now, but you would normally have my conversations, right? Documents, you want to upload all your business assets. Why? Because you want AI doing all of the heavy lifting instead of you doing it. Okay? Then you have chat. You can talk to AI agents just like you would talk to a human, right? But at the beginning of this call, I'm clarified something. Why did we build all these things? Why are we adding a cold email feature? Why are we building all these features? It's not really so that you guys can be living in this platform. It's so that AI can live on it and work on it for you. What does that look like? Here is what it needs. It's going to need skills. Skills around what? Marketing. Skills around what? How to do X growth operating. How to do AI search optimization. How to do YouTube clipping. Why are these skills important? They're important because of this. In the future, you don't do any work. You just say, hey, I want you to run my sales team, look at their sales calls, figure out their objections that they're struggling with, and I want you to train them and create a new improved sales script that they see every single week by Monday, 9 a.m. What this is what we believe is going to be the beginning of infinity, which is AI does work for you. It's no longer that you use AI. It's actually that AI asks you, hey, what are the tasks that you want me to do? How should the training be delivered to your team? An email with a new script? No. I want you to do Slack message with the script and object handling. Okay, perfect. Here is the task. Here is the project. People in the AI space call these PRDs. We just like to call them missions. AI is going to go on missions for you. And then all you have to do is schedule it, activate it. And once it's activated, it is going to be in the background doing stuff, calling on tools, calling on skills, calling on whatever is required to get the job done. Let's say you run a YouTube agency. This is the perfect example I like to use. Hey, I run a YouTube agency and I want you to manage my client channels. I want you to build their thumbnails, their packaging, their titles, based on who's killing it in their niche. Same thing. What is the workflow of running an AI? What is the workflow of running a YouTube agency, right? How many client channels do you want managed? I want 5. How often should I analyze top performers? Daily, of course. For each deliverables, thumbnails, I want everything. Actual files. Should I analyze your client's current performance? Yes, do both. And then What niches? AI agency. It is going to do the same thing. Create a project scope of what's the mission. Okay, gotta tell me what time to do this job. Design both files and debriefs. Top 10 AI agency niche. I want you to do in Slack channel. And then daily YouTube top performing. It is going to create the tasks to get this mission done. And all you have to do, activate it, schedule it, and let this bad boy run your business. This is what I meant by most people think that AI is a nice little trick to answer questions. Unfortunately, it is not. We're at a point now where nobody knows the power of AI because every single tool out there is built to make you, to give you dopamine. It's built to make you to have fun and share with your friend. But the valuable part is make me money. Even if I don't know how to do it for me. Now, does it now, guys, make sense why I'm calling this the beginning of infinity? Let me know in the chat. Does it make sense? Let me know in the chat. Perfect. Now, who's ready to cook? Now that we've built this infrastructure and platform, I now understand the quote from Sequoia's partner, Pat Grady, when he said, maybe standing at the precipice of the single greatest value creation opportunity mankind has ever known. AI is coming for every single niche, every single vertical and service with the only goal of replacing the human workflow with an AI workflow. And the only way to not just protect yourself and survive in this new era is to embrace it fully by becoming an AI architect. And like Charlie Munger and Buffett said, is all I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I never go there. So everyone here really has a choice. You're either cooking or you're cooked. You're either replaced by the AI workflow or you own the intelligence and architect the future. This simply means that you do not stand a chance against someone who's operating with the leverage and the luck provided by a platform like TryCook AI. You just simply don't. You just simply don't. To do everything I just showed you guys is millions of dollars a year in team cost. You can spend 5-10 years to learn everything. So after witnessing everything I've just shared with you today, you can either do two things. Do nothing and go back to your old routine because you're telling yourself, I'll wait and see if this all unfolds and figure it out then. Or go all in on this new adventure with the mindset of, if it does unfold and I'm part of the leaders in this new reality, it will be impossible for me not to lose. It would be impossible for me to lose, actually. Was your worthwhile time, was your time worthwhile on this training today? I have people saying like, this training is too long, but they're still on it. So I guess it got you hooked enough for you to spend time. Was it valuable, guys? You know, a presentation is good when people are complaining that it's too long, but they're still there. I love it. Did you guys learn new things that you guys didn't know before? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys now understand the potential of AI and how it will change the landscape of how we scale businesses? Do you guys now understand the reason behind the AI race? It's not just for you to enter a business where you sell AI automation and custom workflows or tools, but instead position yourself to enter a game where you own the next frontier of value creation. That AI where AI does all of the work for your clients and for yourself. Is it fair to say that using the insights I covered today, it is unreasonable for everyone watching this not to have a significant edge over their competition? And if we parted ways right now, and you were left to your own devices to go off and do this on your own, it would be a worthy ideal for you to pursue, if that was your only option, but it isn't. As I've said, I've made it my mission to empower you, to give you the leverage and make it unreasonable for you not to win in this new era. So my goal today is, like the quote from Archimedes, I want to give you a lever and a fulcrum on which to place it so you can move your world and the world of everyone that you love, right? Our mission is really simple. In the next 5 years, we want to empower founders to generate $100 million leveraging TryCook AI as their growth infrastructure. And we had this venture capitalist say, I'm envisioning Cook to be the premier market intelligence platform to de-risk entrepreneurship. De-risking entrepreneurship would reduce the access to capital gaps. And he wanted to figure out a way to connect his audience, his community, to figure out ways we can use Cook AI for his community, right? The hardest part about business, irrespective of your business model, your niche, your product, your service, is getting clients and sustaining that growth. This leads to entrepreneurship being the hardest and most expensive path anyone can pursue. For you to even have a chance at winning, you need to spend months, years acquiring skills, which don't guarantee that you even make money in the first place. And now that is also being threatened by AI, because AI has access to the same skills that you would spend years, decades going to school, watching courses, learning. And it's already happening in the workspace. There was this trend where they tracked, since the release of ChatGPT, which was here, the different rate at which people were being hired. Senior employees were getting hired more and more, but junior people, not so much. Because the same thing you would spend time hiring a new person and training them how to run your ads, you could just train AI to run your ads better than a human. And you don't need to pay that human 40 hours for his 40 hours a week, which is going to do while complaining, right? The other thing is, not only had you had to spend time, but you also had to invest a lot of money in marketing and sales, in working with agencies, coaches, consultants to help you grow. But as we've all experienced, the only person who wins and makes money is Zuckerberg, the agency, and your favorite guru. So you're just left off worse than how you started. Okay? All of this changes today with our launch Cook of TryCook AI 2.0. Here's what the new journey to 7 figures and beyond looks like with Cook AI. Phase 1, build your 7-figure offer and infrastructure. No more guessing your way into an offer or a market or a client acquisition strategy. Once you've validated that, phase 2 is, once you have clients, start collecting data and start productizing your skills and playbook. Why is that important? Because phase 3 is you start renting your intelligence and selling outcomes that are completed by autonomous agents. And funny enough, a week and a half ago, Y Combinator released the companies that they want built, and one of them was AI native agencies. Agencies have always been crazy hard to scale, low margin, sole manual work, and the only way to grow is to add more people. But AI changed this. Now, instead of selling software to customers to help them do the work, you can charge them way more by using software yourself and selling them the finished product. Think of design firms that use the AI to produce the actual work they do, but then they don't actually have any human doing any of that. It's just AI that does it. So they're like, hey, we want more AI native agencies. Our mission is to partner with each client to own their niche. We help you build your 7-figure. You acquire capital. You acquire data, unique insights that isn't accessible to other AI systems. We work with you in productizing it and scaling it past $5-10 million a year. With TryCook AI, we build the infrastructure and know exactly what it takes in every market to win in every market. Our bottleneck is simply that as a one company, one team, we can't be in every market at the same time. If you know that this is the right partnership and infrastructure that you need to win, whether you're going after insurance, whether you're going after real estate, dental, you're in the Spanish market, you're going in the UK, you're going after med spas, you're going after course creators, consultants, law firms, HVAC, mining, e-com brands, consultants, really any niche, and you want to skip all the guessing, time wasted, pursuing the wrong opportunities, and having your lack of skills no longer the reason why you can't make things happen for yourself, comment the word cook, and I'm going to give you guys the offer. And actually give you guys what you guys actually want. Comment in the chat, and then I'm going to give you guys the offer and the ask. All right, so check this out. With TryCook AI 2.0, we decided to shift our value proposition. We made a strategic decision that we're no longer looking for users because we don't really think that our idea is to just build a software company. What we want to do is build $1 million one-person companies, okay? We're looking for partners to help us validate this ridiculous goal of mine, which is, can one person, one company scale past $1 million a year, but eventually scale past $1 million per month? To make this happen, we have to go the non-scalable path and work one-on-one with each client for the next 12 months to move through these 3 critical phases of revenue validation, skill prioritization, and autonomous scale. This will require us to build with and for these partners with this in mind. So with this in mind, we're limiting the available seats for this cohort to 10 partners, okay? Because we're going to do something pretty cool. TryCook AI 2 implementation and growth journey looks this. We build your success blueprint and provide you with a white glove experience. Before anything gets built or launched, you are paired with a dedicated team designed to remove friction and de-risk execution. A lead implementation partner who works with you one-on-one, a success manager focused on the progress, results, and accountability, a team of specialized experts available as needed for growth, offers, funnels, systems, automation, troubleshooting, okay? And all of that, you get access to a private channel with all of these experts. What this phase looks like, we start by aligning on your goals and revenue targets, your market and positioning. Maybe you have a market you have in mind, the growth strategy we are implementing inside Cook AI, the milestones we'll hit together. Then your Cook AI workspace gets fully set up and the right experts are assigned to your support, to support your specific growth plan. Because Cook AI is a full growth operating system, not just a tool, you're not left to figure things out on your own. Because as you guys saw, even I was getting lost in that system. Okay. We have seen hundreds of companies succeed and fail guiding execution every step of the way. So you don't have to worry that, oh, but what if I don't know how to use Cook? Well, don't worry. Someone will literally be by your side every step of the way. And the goal is we create clarity, we remove risk, and set the foundation for a successful launch. Once we're done that, then phase 1 is where we actually start cooking. This is where we go beyond giving you access to the platform. We actually build and launch a growth system with you in real time. We jump on a live call, one-on-one, and build everything with you on your workspace. Set up the workspace, customize your workspace, build your offer, positioning, build your funnel, sales assets, nurturing flows, launch your lead generation and appointment setting systems, walk you through exactly how everything works as it goes live. You're not just watching tutorials, you're not watching a course, you are launching with an experienced operator by your side. This matters because even the most powerful platform can run into bugs, strategic adjustments, execution mistakes, small problems that can slow momentum. Have an expert who has launched over 200 offers in the last 12 months holding your hand dramatically increases speed and success. Okay. The purpose of phase 1 is get you live fast with a real offer, infrastructure, and real lead flow. We want to make it unreasonable for you now to have the same 7-figure infrastructure that has generated the best transformations for our clients way before we had AI. So we're literally doing this manually. So we help you build everything. Phase 2 is training, adoption, and skill transfer. Once your growth system is live, you're getting leads, you're getting appointments, everything is good. The focus shifts from just launching to fully mastering and leveraging Cook AI. In this phase, we train you on every AI agent, tool, and workflow inside the platform. show you how to optimize campaigns, offers, systems, help you understand how to move faster and smarter with AI. The result, you stop focusing on the wrong thing. There's so many systems in it that you literally need training and coaching on how to do magic with AI. Okay? All of these are all things that you can do here. But the most important thing is that teach you how to use the Cook AI, not only for your own business growth, but as a fulfillment engine if you want to sell services or solutions using the platform. The idea is you create a workspace, you'll find insights on behalf of your client or your prospect that you haven't sold. You build all the assets for them. Doesn't matter if it's SMB, information, info products, they want to go after coaches, consultants, charge them 6 to 10K up front and a rev share, however you want to do this, to be honest. And we had a client who did this for a prospect, actually for his client already. I've just used Cook AI 2.0 for a client for free, and they were mind blown. I recorded a long form video from the beginning to end in less than 2 hours on Tela. And his client he literally using Cook to cook for his client, not just for himself, right? The goal is to make you highly capable, independent over time while still supported. You essentially are being upscaled into a high leverage operator who can use AI systems to execute what normally takes entire teams. Phase 3, as you guys saw, for us to productize and get you to use AI agents to do all the work, it needs what? Skills, right? So once we have all the best performing processes in your company dialed in, then we get to prioritizing your skills. And then all these agents will be using your skills and the tools that we have on Cook to do work for you or for your clients. And this is where you move from manual execution, leverage systems to fully autonomous work for your clients. You run a YouTube thumbnail agency and you make a few grand per client. Well, get it to go find and design the thumbnails created for your clients, right? You run a sales agency and you're tired of having to watch all the sales call by your clients. Well, run an agent that works every day and audits all your sales calls for your sales agency and for all your clients. You're running a coaching business and your clients can't sell. Guess what? Set up an AI that goes and understands why they can't make money. And that AI should be able to tell your clients how they should do to fix the bottleneck of them not making money. Okay? Or you want to advertise or you want to analyze all your data, let it cook, right? The purpose of this is allow you to enter a model where your skills are productized and AI agents leverage them and tools to execute for you and your clients. And you literally can still charge a premium, but all of the work is actually done with AI. And this is where things are going to go crazy, right? Now, what is the cost? Comment below what you guys think the cost is going to be. Okay, guys, what is the cost? Because I always, what do you guys think is going to be the cost? Before I drop the price, I want to know. 5.10K. Okay. Okay, so I'll walk you guys through. So again, we took $3 million worth of skills and infrastructure, as I showed you guys earlier. And what our normal clients pay us is 20K to build everything at 15% of rev share to actually do done for you. The reason why they still prefer to pay us to build everything is because it's still less than 100 of the real cost of my payroll. Okay. So with TryCook AI, we do a yearly license, of course, and we are going to start the yearly license at 12.8K. But we got a wait list of 8,000 people. We decided to go the licensing route because in a world of, we could have built one single use case tool that just gives more people dopamine and sell it for $20 a month, but that doesn't make you any money. The biggest opportunity is build a business with AI, but also make sure that the business you build can also be fulfilled on with AI, end-to-end AI. So we want to empower everybody with an operating system that actually makes you money, but also makes you money for your funds. Since this group of partners will help us validate, build, perfect the platform over the next few months, we wanted to do something special for them. Okay. And if you sign up today before midnight Eastern time zone, I don't know what time it is in Eastern, and secure one of the 10 available seats, we want to give you an incentive and reward you for speed and allow you to get started for only 7.8K for the entire year of 2026. Just for context, you could do everything that this platform can do. Hire a growth consultant. He's going to charge you 30K, 120K a year. You could go buy a high ticket coaching offer that trains you how to be a growth operator, how to run an AI agency. You've probably, who here has already spent money on these AI coaching coaching offers where they give you information, right? Who here spent the money on coaching? You can buy the software. You can pay agencies 5K a month, 3K a month. You can bring it in-house, right? You can have in-house systems team that costs you $500,000 a year to do all of the things that it does. Instead, you get an end-to-end AI growth operating system for 12 months. Use it to launch your offer in any market like the 1% does. Use it to scale your clients' offers as if you had a $5 million a year team. Help us build and improve features for you to have infinitely more leverage. And on top of that, you also get 6 months of support and community access, private one-on-one channel with implementation partner success, 15 plus weekly support and coaching calls, access to 100 plus hours of growth consulting playbooks, and access other 6 and 7 figure founders winning in this AI race. If you guys are interested in this offer, please comment offer in the chat and then I'll drop the link. All right, I need at least 100 offers. All right, before I share the link, I want to clarify the sign up process. You can't necessarily buy it right away because we want to speak with and vet every single person to make sure that this is the right thing for you, your current situation, and most importantly, make sure that what we have is essentially what can solve your current bottleneck and help you achieve your desired outcome. So every person has to apply and speak with an advisor. And one thing that we learned from the previous cohort is that some people, and when we normally would drop the link for people to book a call and speak with an advisor, but then it would end up flooding our calendars. So people who wanted to actually jump in 10 seats wouldn't be able to get the offer. They would be late because some people who were tire kickers booked a slot and just wasted our time. So what we've decided to do is we've decided to create a price lock-in deposit, which is fully refundable, which allows you to do what? Put $1,000 deposit, then you book your call. What this allows you to do is you secure this offer, the price point, you speak with an advisor. If it ends up working out and we can serve you and can help you solve your problem and you are the right avatar that we can help, then you pay the difference, which is going to be 6.8K. If this is not the right thing for you, we refund you your $1,000 and you just go back to doing your own thing. Okay, so if you guys don't want to miss 1 out of the 10 seats, I'm going to get my team to put the link in the chat. Can we put the link in the chat for the deposit? And then once you guys have put a deposit, you guys are going to go here to schedule your one-on-one call with an advisor. This is what the link is going to look like. All you have to do is click here, and Alberto We need slots.
Yeah, Serge, I asked the team to open up the slots.
All right, so you guys are going to be able to book a slot here. We're going to start by taking calls today. If we get all the 10 seats covered, then we're just going to close this cohort today, right? So, but you can, I think we're going to see if we sell out the slots today, but it's going to be, if we sell them out, then you guys are going to be able to potentially book some sessions for tomorrow. Therefore, it's important for you guys to make sure you book your session so that you can claim this yearly license and join this cohort. Last time we did this, booked out the whole week, so we no longer necessarily want to just get on this many calls during the week. So for tomorrow at midnight, the price goes back to 12.8K for the yearly license as we onboard and partners. Now, a question that we always like to get is, do we have payment options? Yes, we have, right? And if you want to apply to make sure that you're able to afford this and you want a payment plan, you can also do what? Book a session on the same link, okay? The second thing is, do we have financing options available? I literally have someone right now who's in my DMs wanting to get in for financing. The answer is yes. If you truly believe that our product has everything needed to solve all the obstacles you've had, and the only thing that would keep you from signing up is the lack of funds, but you have a credit score of 600 plus, we can get you financing. So if you have this credit score, if you have less than this, please, we can't help you. We cannot help you. But if you have a 600 plus credit score, we're happy to get on a call, help you get financing. You can then stretch the payments over 12 months, or I don't know how many months they give you, but it depends. Some people want to just split it for 3 months or 6 months and then pay it off everything right away. But you can also do what? Book your call right here. Okay. Beautiful. So if you want financing, if you want payment plans, make sure you book your slot. And by the way, make sure you book your slot before this Zoom session ends, because once we end it, we're going to take down the calendar. And if you put a deposit down, in the chat, please comment in the chat, because we always have people who put a deposit down and then they go missing. So we want to make sure that everyone who put a deposit down comments in the chat, and then we make sure that the team reaches out to get you on a call. Please let me know in the chat. Cool. Please comment in the chat. Okay, perfect. Now, we're not done. I always like to over-deliver for the founders who are willing to invest and bet on themselves. So if you guys are part of the first 5 people to put $1,000 deposit and get started today, you'll get the following bonuses. Bonus 1, you get pre-built AI growth offers and assets library. So what we do is, because we already have proven offers and infrastructures, we essentially turn them into snapshots and essentially give them to you in your own workspace. So you don't even have to start from scratch. And that means you get to pick and choose which workspace, or maybe we're actually just going to recommend which snapshot you want. And then we're going to give it to you so you can have it in your own account. This means that without even having to recreate, you'll access proven offers and assets to launch and start generating revenue ASAP. This is probably a bonus that I think everybody's going to be the most excited about, which is early access to white label TryCook AI under your own brand. Something that I did not show is the fact that on TryCook, you can actually white label the thing, okay? And what this means is you guys are going to be able to go to any market, and once this is live, this is not live, so we're going to release it in the next few weeks, but check this out. You can come here and change the flows and the logic of our platform. We have our workflow, but what if you had yours, right? You want to change the theme, the branding, you want to add your own domain, you want to add your own API keys, do it. Okay? So everybody who's in the first 5 people to kind of like who put a deposit down and who signs up today, you guys are going to get access to this white label. We're getting ready to roll it out, and we're probably going to be selling it at 3 times the price of the yearly license, just because if you have you can white label it, you can sell it for the same price. And we handle all the infrastructure. So this allows you to resell Cook AI and have your own logic without needing to build a $500,000 a year engineering team and 6 figures in cursor credits as your vibe coding and troubleshooting all of this platform. Bonus number 2, we'll implement an AI setter to handle all your DM setting. This is going to be limited to only 5 people, but leads a setter that reaches out to your lead, qualify them, convert them. If they no-show, follow up and reschedule them without you even knowing that it's going on. We have this client in the UK who we implemented an AI setter, and I'll let you guys hear what he said.
Capabilities, the kind of no-show / rescheduling capabilities. So obviously here, yeah, so I had an original appointment with him on Tuesday. He let me know he couldn't make it. Then the bot asked to confirm whether it was cancelled, ended up cancelling, then just triaging some more, asking him some more questions, getting some pain points out. And then through that, went through a really smooth rebooking process, because that's one thing that's obviously super difficult, is if, leads are cancelling and stuff, getting them back on follow-up calls stuff is quite difficult. But again, having something that's instant, like whilst they're responding, whilst they're letting me know they can't make it, instantly being able to connect with them and get them straight back in the calendar has been like gold dust, because otherwise it's calling them back up and they're not picking.
So even if you're not managing your own appointment setting, you know that the biggest bottleneck to not converting leads that comes from ads is speed to lead. We'll have AI do all of that, all the heavy lifting. Bonus number 3, access our internal AI systems. I've spent so much money on these AI agents that why should you rebuild them, pay more integrators to go ahead and build everything? Your voice agents for your clients, you're this, you're that. No, just skip it. Just come license all the systems that we have. Okay. And most importantly, the next bonus is let us fulfill and integrate for your clients. The biggest challenge everyone will face is not knowing how to integrate most of these AI systems themselves. So as we were preparing for this masterclass, we started training a pool of systems integrators so that we're able to remove the obstacle for the first movers. So if you're part of the first 5-10 people in this cohort, you're going to get access to AI integrators. And the way that it works is really simple. We have this client in the UK selling these local SMBs AI solutions for 10K. He comes back to us, says, hey, Serge, please handle all the fulfillment. And then our team of integrator takes care of all the fulfillment. That means that he doesn't have to build his own internal team of fulfillment. All he has to do is just get clients, make money. We handle all the fulfillment. And the reason why it's much better to have a company like ours do it is because we have so much bandwidth in the sense of like we know what works and what doesn't work, that if you're going to hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork, you don't really know if they even have done what they're telling you they can do, right? So you're going to get access to this bonus, which I think a lot of you guys are going to love, since fulfillment is always the biggest bottleneck. Now we had a crazy bonus, which is actually flying one person down in Cape Town. We ended up flying one of our clients, but which is we're essentially building a company on Cook Live, which is going to come out very soon. but this bonus is not, unfortunately, is not yet ready. But we're going to be launching an in-person kind of like accelerator by the end of this quarter, which will most likely be somewhere warm and where you can also have sunsets, right? But yeah, now our guarantee. We have a better than money back guarantee, which is if you're considering working with us, it's probably because you already know that the way you're operating today has to change. You're fully convinced that AI isn't a trend, is the future, and is that it's the future operating layer of how real businesses are built and scaled. And at this point, belief isn't the risk anymore, execution is. So even with the right platform, the right playbooks, the right opportunity, there's still one fear people always, for people that doesn't always say out loud, is what if I don't pull it off, right? Not because the system doesn't work, but because execution can break down. So instead of giving you your money back, because if you decide to give us your money, is because you probably prefer the outcome that we can deliver more than the money you're exchanging with us. Our job is not going to be giving you a refund. Instead, we're going to step in and get the job done for you. What does this mean? We come in, give you a clear execution path. You have literally 26 easy steps of how we do things. These steps can be done, I mean, with Cook, it can be done in a day. But in the first week of launch, we'll work one-on-one to execute everything, complete these steps. After 90 days of following the playbook and execution, if you still haven't generated a return on your investment, we step in and close leads and appointments for you. Literally, we're going to come in, close deals for you. If you don't have leads, we're going to come in, generate leads for you. Okay? 80% of this flow can be done within TryCook AI. The only thing that makes it last longer is things like warming up your accounts. If you don't necessarily have warmed up accounts, so you might need to warm up accounts, implement some systems that aren't necessarily in Cook. Okay. We're able to make this guarantee because we remove every obstacle, eliminate every bottleneck, and apply proven systems until results happen. And we can guarantee this because we're not guessing or experimenting. We've validated hundreds of deals across nearly every market imaginable. And which means that we know exactly how to manufacture momentum and execution. And on top of that, all we need to do is get you one client to make back your investment, which we're capable of doing in the first 12 weeks. So if you guys have any questions, please, let's do a little Q&A. And let me know if you guys have booked a slot, please. And then we're gonna, if we don't have slots, guys, we're gonna try. If you guys can't book a call, please let me know. And then I'm gonna see if we can. I have my call in 15 minutes. Okay, beautiful. Love it. Book the slot. Let me know if you guys booked the slot, guys, in the chat. But I'm happy to, if you have a slot, get on the 78 for 1 year, and you only pay for rental subscription based on token. Someone asked 7,800. Yeah, 7,800 also should cover your tokens, right? You get a set amount of tokens that comes with it, so you're not necessarily paying a monthly like credits, unless you're using it so much, or you have so many clients that you want to the output we can't handle. Then you it won't be. We're gonna have a different conversation. But for 7,800, you get all the usage that you may need. If you guys have questions, please raise your hand and I'm going to go through questions. Just do it on Zoom. It's like a button. Can someone show people how to raise their hands? Deborah, you're good to go.
Hello, love.
How you doing?
Yeah, I had a question. It just kept flying by because it's so busy. I watched everything from start to finish. Do you have any chance of this being able to fish out an ecosystem so someone who is very new can even get an idea of 2 or 3 things that could maybe feed into the other? Does that make sense? Like when someone has everything up and running. Do you understand me? Sorry, because I know I'm in London.
Yeah, no, I can hear you. I can hear you. No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, an
So an ecosystem in what sense? Like what type of break down the exact ecosystem that you would like?
As a person who's always trying to sort my life out, I end up buying a product which say is low price ticket. Then it goes on to a
Yeah.
mid price thing. Then it goes on to something else, then something else. And then I go in a community where no one doesn't know anything. And then we have to get coaching. By that time, I ain't got no money left. I want to be one of those. I want to be one of those people that can actually fulfill what I'm saying, but have a ecosystem that works. Can this potentially do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, 100%. I think, are you saying like you want to solve the problem that you face?
Yeah, because I've been trying
Kind
to
of?
get myself off the ground and open to learning, training, whatever, but I get sucked in to starting at a certain price point. Then we
Yeah.
finish that. Then there's another amazing thing that gets released. Then we do that, and we're still all clueless
Yeah,
and broke. I want to know if
100%.
something like this has the
Yeah.
ability to know what someone who's doing very well did to get there, and it offers more than one service idea or product idea. Because I'm in wellness, but I'm happy to come out
Yeah.
of it with another niche that's better to do all this with. I just want to know the truth, and that's what you're about. So
Yeah, so for us, we don't, that's the thing. Like, I could have done information. The reason why I spent 2 hours, 3 hours doing info is because all the info you need is exactly where I just gave you. The next step is execution. So we don't listen, because I've been in the space you're mentioning, right? I know everybody does the, okay, I'll get you in low ticket, and then I'm going to get you, oh, but you need execution, and then I'm going to sell you execution. For us, what we're saying is, let's solve it for good. And by the way, this is regardless of the industry you're in, regardless of everything. What we want to do is find you the insights and you execute on it. And not only does it find the insights for you, let's say you want to find opportunities, you can do that for yourself, but it can also execute for that opportunity. But preferably, the clients that you end up getting or the things you end up selling, you want to get it fulfilled on by also the AI system.
can it do other
Does
things
that
you
make
haven't?
sense?
I think so. It's just hard to know. I don't want to
I
end up
think
in
for you, you're
some-
probably, I think for you, you're probably asking like, can you do everything that you want? No, like, of course, it's not like it's not like ChatGPT. You can't ask it different questions, but for us, we're really focused on building and scaling companies. So if that's something that you want to do, if you want to solve business problems and have an agent that can, or assistant that can do that for you, then that's what this is.
And does it do things like email automations? Can it pull out what the email, you know?
Yeah. We're building email. We're building cold email into it. The tool for cold email. We're going to be adding cold email, not cold email, but if you want to build a newsletter, you can write that, right? And yeah.
Okay.
But I think, can
So
you book a call? I think like book a call and let's walk you through it, because I think for you
I
need
haven't
to
put
see it, and then
I
we
haven't
need
put the
to
money
show you
I haven't
what.
done the deposit though. How can I book a call without putting the deposit?
Can someone put the link?
It's the second link in the chat.
I'll have to do it next time, love.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Thank
yeah, just put this is the link to book a call. Hey, Berlin, you want to ask a question?
Salut Serge, ça va?
Ça va, ça va.
Yeah, my question, I have a few questions for you, Serge. First of all,
Yeah.
you said the reimbursement, if you decide that my current field of work, it's not something that can work with what you're doing with Cook, you're gonna reimburse me,
Yeah.
or you're gonna propose something that is different that could be a suggestions?
Yeah, if we can help you any other way, we're gonna do that. If it doesn't work, we're gonna refund you.
Have you worked in, because you're only mentioning a lot two industries, which is like dental and real estate a lot. Have you worked with other offers such as insurance brokers?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of the case studies is insurance. I can show you. When I say dental, it's just because is the output that I have. But we've worked in a lot of every local business, every local niche we've probably worked in, and then online service businesses. We've worked with agencies, info coaching, software, any niche that you can think of. Like this client here, uh, this was an insurance. This was an insurance. The client who used the Truth Engine to sell the $2,000 deals like 3 days in a row is also an insurance. So yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. I
Yeah.
just paid. I made my deposit, and I was talking to somebody from your team before, so I just look forward to probably have some of my question answered, and we'll see. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Get on a call. Let's cook, and then let's lunch. All right.
Great.
Who's got a next question? Just raise your hand. Figure, guys. I know Zoom is complicated, but you guys can ask your questions if you guys have a question. It's finally saying no slots available this month. Hey, come on. Who's selling out the slots? Is it me? Okay, cool, guys. Who got questions? Who got questions? We can do quick questions for the next 10, 15 minutes. I got time. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Just raise your hand and then I'll be happy to answer your question. Hey, Richard, you can unmute yourself.
How's it going today, man?
Good.
So my biggest thing is I'm all for it. I've checked into so many different things. It looks like your platform would work. I mean, just amazing. I'm coming from not having a whole lot.
Okay.
So because what my initial plan is using this business to fund a research and development center for ALS patients because my wife was diagnosed with ALS last year. And I've been trying to do so many different things. And the thing is with your financing capabilities, are they good for low income people?
So
Because I mean, I only make about
so
a
I
little
know.
over
So
4,000 a month.
yeah. So my question to you is, I don't necessarily have experience in the industry you're trying to go into, so I wouldn't sit here and tell you, oh, okay, what you're trying to build, what you're trying to solve, um, is like a viable market because we just don't have any experience.
I know
But
I'm
can
not trying
the
to build it
platform?
around that market. I'm
Okay.
trying to build a market that'll generate what I need to go into that. Because like
What do
my
you mean?
market is warehousing, data analytics,
Yeah.
things like that. And I have somewhat an idea and some of my platform built for warehousing and all kinds of different, large scale businesses that would initially, I think would be a great idea. And if I can get a couple people, I think it's $1 million idea. And I have some of it already built, but I'm trying to launch
And do you
that, trying to
and
get there.
do you know people who are making money in that space? Have you seen people?
Yeah, a small portion.
Okay.
David Martell or Dan Martell is one of them that has a similar platform, but not on my scale of idea.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is I'm not trying to say my platform because I really don't want to take anybody
Yeah.
anybody
For
to take
me,
my
so
idea.
I'll give you my 2 cents. Um, I wouldn't get into a business that's complex. I would get into a business that's simple, that cash flows, that allows you to raise money. And once you have money, you can pursue a more complicated path, like data warehousing or doing like a bunch of complicated stuff, right? Because for me, the way you're telling me, I don't really know if Dan Martell has it. Perfect, but you don't have the leverage of Dan Martell. You don't have the capital, so I tend to stay away from those type of opportunities if I'm starting out, because you're just gonna burn. If you had little money, you're gonna literally now have nothing left before the market even reciprocates and values what you're building. Okay.
Gotcha.
So,
So with your kind of leverage on the market now, will no matter what niche I went into, I'd be able
yeah,
to generate an income that could potentially push to where I want to. Because I want to,
yeah,
I'd like to be all honest and straightforward. I want to be where you're at, honestly, because I want to be able to fund those type of things.
exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Like for me, like we
and I've
wouldn't
got a
have built.
YouTube channel I just started. I mean,
Let's
started
go.
off small. It's called Innovera Nexus. So if anybody's
Nice.
listening, they can check it out. Just me talking and helping, at least support the ALS
I love that.
community. But I want to be able to build something for the ALS community, but I got to have money to build it.
Yeah, you should, and you should, right? By the way, we just opened up some new slots because we were sold out of slots. So if you guys haven't been able to book because there are no slots, please check the calendar again, and you should be able to book your slot. But I'll give you your answer, and then I'll wrap up. Rule number one of business: survive first, then thrive. And survive is literally find a vehicle that makes you inevitably your first million a year. If you're not doing a million a year or more, like I know people who run firms where they're stuck at like 20K a month. You'd be surprised at how scary being stuck between 20K to 100K per month is. That's where you literally you think 4K, a little over 4K a month is hard. Try to make multiple six figures a year. You're gonna be terrified because you have to fight for that, and then you have to keep fighting to even stay to keep that 200K, 300K, 500K a year, right? The goal
Now with
is
a
10x it.
platform
Go to
like
5
yours,
mil a year.
yeah. Well, and that
Yeah,
is my goal. But with a platform
yeah, that
like
is.
yours, could I reach a certain potential of my goal to where I can build other things as well?
Yeah, if building a company and finding a market that has a pain, and you can find people's. I mean, let me show you this um, because you're asking me the question, but really, what I like to do is like you don't even have to trust me. Like just trust AI, right? Let's go and try Cook, and let's find one workspace. Oops. You access the app. You do the flow. Let me try to go to, let's say, the new niche. Let's say you wanted to launch something in ecom because ecom, you know that AI UGC, AI content is cooking. Then you would just go find, let's say, competitors. You see here, it gave me competitors of software that solve AI UGC, but then I ended up asking it, hey, I don't want this. Find me actual service providers who are selling UGC, but as a service. Okay. And look at who he gave me. A bunch of people already in the AI UGC game. And I was like, okay, perfect. And then I found another one, Lemon Light. These are people who are already making money selling AI videos. I'm building Cook, but I'm not really in the AI UGC game for ecom. But it finds me all that they're doing. Well, if you know all that they're doing, then the natural evolution is put together your assets, put together your offer, put together your landing page. Okay. And then launch it. Like that's what I mean by like you need to start with truth. So many people want to do what they want instead of just find where the money is and then double down.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
can
and
just
that's
understand
pretty
that,
much
and that's
I heard you
perfect.
say that earlier in this in here because I've been here since the beginning. I heard you say that earlier, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I want to
Okay,
find where
perfect.
the
Did you
money's
book your
at.
call? Did you book your
No,
call?
I don't get my check
Okay.
until 5 o'clock. So
No, but you don't need to check. You just need to book your call to see because you
oh, I
keep
did book a call
because you're asking me
already.
questions. You got it. Okay,
I did
perfect.
book a call
Cool.
already for the financing and everything. So yeah,
Okay,
I did book a.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, I
no,
appreciate you,
because
Richard.
I
Let's
want to
go.
get into it 100%, and I want to see where the money's at, and I'm gonna go after it like a fucking tiger, because this
Come
is
on.
this is my wife is the
All
most
right,
important thing to me in my life, and I want to do everything I can to help that. So I need the money to fund what I'm
I
trying to
get it.
do. So,
I understand. So see you on the call.
all right,
All
take it
right,
easy.
appreciate you. Hey, Chris, you're good to go.
How you doing, man?
Good, good, good.
That was a long day, but give thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate your patience, man. To be honest, the first question that came to mind is, are you nervous?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, the first
Because
question.
of
No, because of
uh
everything collectively. Because again,
um I mean,
this
I can
was a
tell you
lot to
guys.
unpack.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And so much so that earlier today, I think we had like a cyber attack where the app was down completely, right? And it was weird because even in that moment, I was like, what we're building is or this new paradigm is so powerful that even if the thing wasn't working, I would have still shown up live and showed you guys pictures of it or even recordings of it because not seeing this is crazy.
I
So
say,
no,
see,
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
man.
I'm just. I'm on my Mark Zuckerberg run right now. So we're putting everything on the line. YOLO. You know.
You know what it is, man? It's a part of, just like you said, like trusting the process and like having the vision and the insight to not just, like they would say in certain religious perspective, lean on your own understanding, right? So
Yeah.
we can see all that you are showing that this thing does to the capacity of what you've shown and all of that stuff, right? And in the fact that you've given a few examples on the different industries that this would work more proficient with and all of that stuff. And it is good that you should try don't reinvent the wheel type of perspective. I get a lot with this whole thing that's happening.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it that if you say this is the future of AI to the degree of infinity, going into the scope of infinity, meaning it's almost saying no beginning, no end to where this is going.
Where is this going?
No, I'm saying if you're saying that this new TryCook AI 2.0 is the infinity version or the infinity perspective, that it is like saying there's no beginning nor end to what this will be able to achieve. What was your actual biggest challenge with reaching this stage of the 2.0 version?
Starting. It's not hard, but it is hard before you start. Like we didn't have an engineering team. I wasn't developing software. My first company was agency consulting. So you have to understand that like building what we've built completely throws me off of my comfort and my foundation that I've built, right? Of course, I was making a lot of money, but is a completely new world. And there is always that scarcity. No matter how good you are, starting something new is always scary. But for me, I realized that you're either cooking or you're cooked. Like there's no in between. I don't think most people don't really realize, but I can bet that 80% of Earth's population, if you're an actual CEO who knows how important productivity is, you're probably not you're gonna choose to build an AI system before you hire a human. And with that in mind, the only way you survive this new next wave is if you become AI enabled in anything you do, whether that be your job, whether that be the business you're running. You have to have access to an AI system that allows you to be as productive as AI.
The audio glitch.
So for
the
me, that
audio
was
been
what?
Sorry about that. The audio been glitching up a bit, so what you were just explaining didn't reach my
Is it
transmission.
your audio or is it mine? Guys, is it my audio or is it his? Is
If
my
you
audio
can hear
glitching?
me, yeah, it's the audio on your part.
Okay. Cool. But it's his audio. Yeah, it's your audio. It's not mine. All right, but all right. So Chris, any question? Like, do you have another question before we jump off to the next question, or are you good?
Yeah. Are you an artificial intelligence?
Yeah. Yusuf, ask your question. Because I don't want you to rebuttal that. We just need to move on. Am I AI? Of course. What? AI that drinks wine.
I said,
How you doing, Yusuf?
yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, I just want to put it out there. I don't know how to just get a one-on-one with you, first of all. I have some pain points that I would like to express, and I thought perhaps I would be able to get some motivation and inspiration from you. But kudos for the good work. So I opted in for the TryCook 1.0 or something. I don't know how to just put it right now, but I did not actually get much value yet from it, just because I'm new exactly to the business, and my first experience was just to learn. I didn't know anything about agency setting and all, I mean, appointment setting, lead generation until I opted into this program. And that's
Nice.
part of the reason why I could not probably make much of it, because I was just learning exactly what it is to about lead generation. You know, I live in exactly a different world, right? And then I
Yeah.
just opted into this opportunity to see how I can actually better my lots, because I'm looking for options to actually do some business that I'll be independent and I would actually be able to keep my 9 to 5. And I've been hearing about the AI buzz here and there, and I thought, okay, this might be an opportunity for me. So, but I signed up the first time, and I have not made much traction, to be honest with you. But I still believe in this.
So are you on Discord? So are you on
Yes,
Discord?
I'm on Discord. Yes.
So why don't you message me there and tag the team, and then because you should also have access to 2.0, right?
Yes, I have access to 2.0, but I think I don't know. I'm having a kind of limited access, sort of, because from what you displayed, I'm not sure I'm getting all of that, and I've tried it out to actually create an offer, but maybe I'm not doing it right, maybe. So, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You need to just message on Discord. You don't. Yeah, just message on Discord, and then tag me, tag the team, and then we can talk about how to get the one-on-one session.
Okay. All right. I'll do that. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hey, CM, you got a question? Again, for everybody, please, you have to put either a deposit or book your call before the session ends. If the session ends and you haven't booked,
Okay.
you probably won't be able to book. Hey.
Hey, Sergio, my question was,
the truth. What is the website
Truth
called?
Engine?
Yeah. Can you access it without paying for the subscription? Or can you just pay for the Truth website? Is that possible or no?
You can buy a yearly license for it too.
Okay. How much is the license for the Truth? Because right now the 7,800 is outside my budget, but I'm
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DM me on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link.
Okay. I'll send you. I
Are you
don't
in the
think
WhatsApp group? I
I
think you're in
don't
the WhatsApp group, right?
I don't think I'm in the WhatsApp group. I don't
Okay,
think so.
DM me on Instagram.
Okay, I'll send you DM. And my other
Thank you.
question was that are you able to do a program where if somebody has a product that's really it's gonna sell, we do like a percentage deal?
No,
No, you don't do that.
no.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, no. If
yeah,
it's already come to me when it's making money, and then I'll be
no,
happy
I'm
to.
making money already. I'm just trying to
Okay,
scale. Yeah, I'm making
okay,
money already.
perfect. DM me.
Okay,
Tell me about your product in the DMs, and then
okay,
let's
okay,
help you scale it.
okay. Thank you, sir. We'll talk.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, Drew. How you doing? Drew, you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Hello. I guess it's just afternoon here in Colorado.
Love it.
I have been in roofing for 20 plus years.
Okay.
Single, no employees, no nothing. Been running it myself. Have never done any
Nice.
kind of advertising or marketing.
Okay.
But I'm to the age where I want to scale this thing. I have no
Nice.
systems in place, right? No CRMs, nothing. It's been me, right? So I'm looking at this and a couple other ones. How can this help me scale and then develop some systems so I can sell it without me having to go with it? That's my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And then, and then at the back end of that, obviously, is selling some leads to other contractors here that in town.
Exactly. Yeah. So here's what I always suggest when anybody who's already operating a business local is we actually like to do it two ways. Can this help you figure out the infrastructure to scale? Yeah. But for you, since you don't have any systems and you're running it solo, I think we would probably help you install some systems like a CRM, like, just the back end flows to truly harness the power of this system. But the idea of like, can we find how to get you more leads, how to get you higher quality deals, and then take that infrastructure and go sell it to more contractors? Easy, right? Because you're already going to understand your bottlenecks. That actually ends up being valuable because one of the easiest offers that we scale is when we're selling to someone's niche. So as an example, you come to us, you're already in insurance and you want to sell to other insurance people, easy money. We just give you the infrastructure to help other insurance people scale and you go sell that. And the reason why sometimes it's more valuable to run that type of business where you sell growth solutions to your existing niche is because it's just infinitely scalable. While the business you have right now, if I give you 100 clients today, you can't take
No,
them
I
all.
can't. No.
It's
I mean,
impossible, right?
I have access to some sales guys but I just don't have enough volume to keep anyone else busy.
Exactly.
And I've
Exactly.
been stuck at $500,000 to $1 million a year in revenue for 20 plus
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
And it's made me a decent living, but I can't sell this thing because I have to
Until
go.
you find an optimal selling system. Yeah.
Right. And so I've come across some other systems that, are built around roofing companies, the CRMs with the insurance work, with the bookkeeping, with leads, texting, all the rest of it. But this one seems to be more, I guess, a live intent type marketing, live intent, finding customers who literally in the past days have maybe inquired on roofing services or repairs or things like that. Am I hearing that correctly?
So I'll tell you the difference between this and previous systems.
I can't hear you.
Should be good now.
There
Yeah,
you go.
sorry about that.
Here we go.
So, I want to break it down. The difference between this and anything you've had before is because before AI, software was deterministic. And a lot of every software, actually, most of them, they were all systems of records, meaning they didn't actually provide or do any work for you other than hold your knowledge, hold your data. Your bookkeeping, your CRM is just holding your customer data. It's not really doing stuff for you. For
Right.
us, what we're doing is we're replacing and automating the intelligence and the skills around growing a business. How do you find leads? How do you qualify them? Speed to lead. Let's actually book them. Okay, an AI agent does that. But we may not also know how to scale a construction business. So we have an agent that goes finds the top competitors in your industry, how they're getting leads, how they're getting ads, what are their funnels look like, and then rebuild that right away. So it's really intelligence through software versus just a software that you go in and you click stuff. No.
So this will do work in the background while I do manage projects, while I do sales, while I, build jobs, through things like that. So this
Exactly.
thing, as far as automation goes, this time wise, what would a guy like me have to put into this, say weekly, or once it gets built, what kind of
Yeah,
time?
it depends. Yeah, for our yearly license is 7.8K, like I said. But for lead flow, let's say you want to get leads, we just need to validate the average cost per lead in your industry and the average cost per booked call. So let's say, what's the average ticket size that you sell?
Oh, 15,000, probably right in the middle. Anywhere's up to
Okay.
100 grand. Just depends, but
So let's say 15 to 100K deal projects, your leads are probably somewhat gonna be a bit more expensive if they're actually good quality. And maybe you're gonna get an appointment for $100 or more or less, right? But the beautiful thing is if they're qualified and the intent is great, you probably won't need as many appointments and the sales cycle won't be as stretched because you're gonna be getting people who are more qualified and want to do business sooner rather than later. And the reason why we're going to know that, we're going to find your biggest competitor. How do they do marketing? It's always about you're stuck between $500,000 or more for the last 20 years. Let's find someone making $500,000 a week. Let's find them. That is the goal. And then let's rebuild everything.
Yeah, that's where I got to wrap my head around that. I absolutely got to have bigger goals than I'm comfortable
Yeah,
with.
you got it. Definitely. But did you book a call?
Not yet. I wanted to talk to you first about that because I want something that's really specific for this, and then I want to be able to turn around and sell leads to other folks, and use
100%.
this as much as I can. Okay.
Yeah, and then
I'm sorry.
what I was saying is that for you, what's good is that you can also access our team and we can help you think through and reason through all your other business areas. Because even though we have this system, we also have a team of growth consultants and service providers who actually come in and actually can do stuff for you, right?
Yeah, and then I guess you mentioned some bonus items there at the back end of it that I just briefly got a hold of, but yeah, okay. So let me move on, let you move on to your next guy, and I appreciate your input and
But
feedback.
yeah, thank you, and good work on your success.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, Israel, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity and great webinar, very detailed to see and amazing to see what you're building. I had a few questions. So I'm working with a client that has a legal practice. One of the things that I'm trying to think about with regards to driving revenue is just the cost of acquisitions. So in a bit of a contrast to like info or coaching, there's a different range of services that have different price points. Some are not as high ticket. So for example, there might be like it's a law or legal practice. There might be
Yeah.
some cases like family cases or like child arrangements that might have a higher cost, but then a lot
Yep.
of the work then tends to be retainer based, so hourly cost and stuff like that. So I wanted to see how would you approach that using Cook AI, or how would that sort of serve that kind of purpose, bearing in mind it's not just one high ticket or two high ticket services that are being offered.
Is someone already successful at selling those things?
Yes.
You would start by finding the truth on how other people are winning, and then you would literally rebuild the assets in the same flow. Like it's not that like did you see how it works or no?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's literally that. Like as long as there is data of someone who's winning in the selling, whether that be low ticket or high ticket, doesn't it's irrelevant. I know I shared high ticket, but it's because I was suggesting the right product model to launch with. But it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that for your clients they need to follow exactly what I'm saying on this call. You need to base it off of who's winning in that market and how they're doing it and just replicate everything.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And with regards to setting up ads, was there a how would the platform connect to the social media platforms necessary for running ads? Is there like an API key, or how is that connected? Because I saw that it sets up
Um,
for you and stuff like that.
I mean, you just go here. I mean, it's in the setup. So like if you look at here, you connect your GHL, your CRM, connect your Meta Ads account, connect your Pixel, launch your ads, your social accounts, same thing, really. It's just literally go log into your account.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. And is the software sort of trained to troubleshoot if an ad isn't performing as well? Does it then automatically readjust itself, or is there still room for like human input in terms of having to suggest how to adjust things, if that makes sense?
Uh, just hey, tell me which campaign is performing, and if they're not performing, just turn them off. It's literally that simple. It's you just talk to the AI that has access to your account.
Okay.
In this case, I've turned off all my accounts, all my ads, but it would just get the data and it will tell you, hey, all your ads seem to be off.
Okay.
Zero spend, all 25 campaigns are paused. So it's literally that.
Okay. And then will it recreate what it feels will be more successful, or give suggestions as to what it can then replace them with?
I mean, you're that is going to be so you need to be trained on how to use it. So that's the whole process of like the next 12 months that we spend ramping you up on how to use this.
Yeah. Okay. And then final question was more so on the one-to-one element. Are you saying that there would be ongoing support in terms of how to utilize it, integrating it into one's current business structure, and potentially, say for example,
Yep.
if one is a consultant, training the individual to be able to implement it on other people's offers and businesses?
Wait, like, can you repeat that? I didn't hear it.
No worries. I was saying, so with regards to the ongoing support, I believe you mentioned something about ongoing support as like a
Yeah,
partnership for the year. Would there be one-to-one training on obviously integrating it
you
into
get access.
business, and
You get
then
access. You get access to. I mean, we're not going to do we're not like gonna run the business for you, but like, yeah, everything you have are troubleshooting, whether that be for you or for your clients, we're happy to come in and step in and solve it. And you have a private one-on-one channel for 6 months. The support is not 12 months.
Okay.
And you get access to an ads person, you get access to a systems person, you get access to an account manager who tracks everything, your progress and everything, and they just come in and cook with you.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Let's go. Love it. Someone said, how much for access to the software only? We don't have that, so that's not an option. The only price we have is 7.8K for the year, and that's it. All right. Any last questions, guys? Okay. Amus Strotter. How do you pronounce your name? Sorry, you can unmute yourself now.
Hi, it's Amos.
Amosy. Nice. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, great job on this. This is totally just awesome. I had questions about the oh, I want to start with the bonuses that you had mentioned before, particularly the one that you were talking about where you this white label, white.
Yeah.
So we would be able to brand it ourselves and then market to our market with the with this whole system and tool.
It's you can already use a workspace that can you can only use workspace to fulfill, like just by creating a new workspace. But white label is going to come next, which allows you to rebrand the whole platform under your own brand.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not yet available. You can't white label it yet.
Oh, okay. And what was it? You had mentioned something about, oh, it was the bonuses. I didn't catch all of them, so can you do a quick run by of the bonuses that you mentioned?
Yeah. So first things first is we have snapshots of offers that are already pre-built. So you get access to that. The next thing that you get access to is the white label early access at the same price as you sign up for this yearly license. The third bonus is we build and implement an AI agent to handle all your appointment setting bottlenecks. You get to license all our other AI agents that we've built, and so you don't have to go hire more integrators. And then you also get access to, let's say if you have a client who wants fulfillment or and you want to integrate an AI agent or a system that you don't necessarily know how to fulfill, we give you access to our pool of integrators to fulfill for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the last point there, is that specific for a specific
That's
client and
first people who are wait, you mean niche?
no, I meant the last offer that the last bonus that you just mentioned. You were saying that if a customer wanted to have a specific thing done that's not necessarily covered, we could actually
No,
get
no, no,
help
no, no,
in
no, no,
fulfillment.
no,
Oh,
no, 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 no. It's not saying that we're gonna build who are going to be our custom fulfillment. No, based on the AI systems that we have, if you can't integrate them, but you just got someone who bought them, we're happy to fulfill and implement them for your clients for you.
okay, okay. And the fulfillment is up to my team to fulfill for my customers.
Uh, Help me understand the question.
So
Like, are you
say
asking? Yeah, go ahead.
so if I'm selling an offer, and basically the customer is saying, yes, I want this, but then on the back end, we're fulfilling that for our customers.
Yeah. I mean, you would have that team, but if you don't have a team and you're part of the first people who sign up, we would help you integrate that specific system if it's part of the systems that we have.
Okay, if it's a part of the system we
But
have.
but
Okay.
but like I'm not saying that like you can come to us with any business problem and then we're going to fulfill. That's not it. So like if you have a business and you want to sell a specific solution that we can't fulfill for, then we're not going to be able to.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Cool.
good. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Hey, Majik or Majik, how do you pronounce the name?
It's magic, brother. I'm from
Magic?
Halifax. Yeah, it's
Come on.
magic. I'm from Halifax. I'm from Congo here, but can you see my video?
No, now I see it.
I'm actually at the job site working with my crew right now, and I've been
Let's
following
go.
for a little while. I've been following
Yep.
for a little while, and I wanna quickly continue what Mike, the roofer, said because I'm in the same sort of business. I do drywall repair, but
Okay.
I'm a little bit tech savvy. Like, I do my own Google ads. I have a Go High Level. I've got a CRM. But I'm
Nice.
in a business. I'm in a business that I'm trying to franchise, and I basically copied what USA businesses have done. And
Yeah.
last time I heard a podcast of one of my top competitors in the USA, they said that they developed this AI that does everything for them. It nurtures the lead. It keeps everything centralized. Now, when I heard about your software, I'm thinking, and just to jump off what Mike said,
Yeah.
would your software help me streamline everything in my business, and then eventually could I package that and sell it to other people?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the whole eventual business model is you don't necessarily keep doing what you do. It's you solve all your problems with AI. You figure out the right offer, the right ads, the right appointment setting flow, the right re-engagement flow, the right sales script, every single detail that leads to you making more money. And then you productize it. Okay. The way that productization works is first we need the tool. Like right now, we don't necessarily have Google ads on the platform, but we have like, so let's say Meta ads. So because we built the tool in, then the next thing we would be like, okay, how do you create your Google ads? You have a way to, or you have frameworks on how you reason in creating your ads, right? Then we also make that into a skill. And then the last part is automating it all. So that if you give the software to a client, unlike GHL, where GHL, you have to be the one using it. If you end up
Yes.
having tools or like Google Ads and the skill on how you use Google Ads, and you sell it to a client, you're not selling them, oh, here's a software. You're saying, hey, on this platform, when you buy it, you get agents that know how to generate leads, and you never have to hire any marketing firm ever again.
Okay. So if I were thinking outside the box, I own a business here in Halifax, and I'm trying to sort of franchise it in different regions. So another in Montreal, let's say in BC. Were you saying if when I start using your software, I can package everything in here, and then I could just basically go to BC, drop the platform there.
Any other, yeah. The goal is for us, we like to figure out how do you do things. Then we like to go after your other people who are maybe struggling, who don't necessarily have the same skills, the same knowledge, and we want to sell them the outcome that you have, but with AI. Because the traditional way you would do what you're trying to do is either build another team of people who are like good at scaling your type of business, but then you would either start selling information or coaching. But the reason why coaching info
Yes.
doesn't work is because you'd sell your first few courses or coaching programs, but then that's it. So that's why your business is a lot more durable because it solves a problem that people keep on wanting. You don't have to sell someone on the job. You just have to sell them on being the right person to do the job, right? So we're trying to bring that same experience to the world of growth and scaling companies, which is, can someone who knows something productize their skills and then rent that skill out to other businesses. So you literally get paid because you figured out how to scale your own business.
So basically, eventually, I'll just have one login. I log into TruthCook AI, and then my Google Ads, my systems, the whole thing is in one thing. That's it.
Yeah, and then you have, think of it this, 100 other workspaces with 100 other businesses just like yours, all revolving around the same playbook. You're seeing their ads, you're seeing what's working there, and eventually AI. Actually, so I'll show you this. We've started building an AI that uses Cook. Okay. And this, by the way, of course, what we're doing right now is not, I'm not saying like if you bought right now, we would be already like, we would have Google Ads or automate your work. No, no, no. We're not there yet, because step one is let's scale your business, and then let's understand how to scale your business, and then let's productize it. Okay. But I'll show you this. So we believe that it's not that the human will log in to Cook. It's that you're going to have someone, an employee-like agent. Right now we're calling him Harry. Okay. What this guy is he's going to have access to Cook. Okay. And let's say I wake up one day and one client in one of these channels is like, hey, I'm struggling with my ads. We're going to say, hey, Harry, go check out his account. If he's struggling with lead flow, please recreate a new campaign, model this, create this, and come back to us once it's done. So it's not that we even are going to be in Cook, is we're going to be talking to AI and asking it, hey, well, how's the weather? Oh, hey, go do research for me. Oh, go use the skill and Cook and tool on Cook and launch and do work. It's literally going to be us having employees that you talk to every day on WhatsApp, or you guys have seen Claudebot. You ask it whatever you want. Like Austin, I said, hey, I need you to research media buying in 2026. And then it broke down media buying, gave all the strategy shifts and all the articles. But I want you to think about this, but on Cook. It is going to be able to go build projects and get tasks done, all from you just asking it to get the job done.
Okay, and you said that I can book a call. I can book a call, join the Discord. How do I go about that? Because I'm very interested.
Yeah, let me get my team to give you the link.
Thank you.
TryCook
And
AI.
it's amazing to see your growth. I've been following for a little while, brother. It's amazing to see your growth, man. You're very, 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 very smart. So it's very impressive.
Yeah, I'm
Very
trying
impressive.
I think
I have. Excuse
yeah,
me.
go ahead.
I've got a friend that's doing a voice agent AI, and I told him, hey, go follow this guy, TruthCook AI. He's got something going on, but
Yeah.
he doesn't. I guess he doesn't want to believe that your software is. He's like, oh, this is just any other software. I'm like, all right, man, you're missing the boat. You're missing the train. You're missing the train.
Yeah. I think because there is a lot of crap online right now, because AI, anybody can vibe code anything. Now there's so much noise that it's impossible to know what is good and what isn't good. And that's why like every AI tool is a single AI case. So it's either a tool for content. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And then you need to go buy another CRM, and then you need to go buy a voice agent, and then you need to go buy this, and then you need to go buy. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. A business is not going to have 50 AI platforms that they work on. Our goal is put all the tools in one. It might not be easy to do in 1 month or 1 year, but who cares? But once you've built all the tools in one, you can automate all the work. And that is the future. Right? Just put the link in the chat, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. Hey, Berlin, how you wanna ask your question?
Yes, Serge, I'm gonna go back to what you were saying, because we run data. I mean, AI, we need data. So right now I am running all of my ads using a master account from the marketing agency that does run all my ads for me. So that being said, I see the smile in your face. So I kind of do not have my own data when it comes to knowing about my analytics about my data, how they're doing for my ads. So how would that help me, or would not help me with Cook?
Well, we're gonna get access to that.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get access. We're gonna need to connect everything with Cook, you know?
So, but if they would not, they will not give me access to that, to their data.
So you pay them
Yes.
and then they keep everything?
Yes, they have exactly. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see
That's
that.
crazy. So how are you gonna grow?
So that's the reason I'm coming. We are having that conversation right now.
Yeah, but you were having a conversation, but like it's either you stay with them and they dictate your growth and you have no opinion as to what's going on in your business, because you would be surprised by if they're already getting you leads, they're already getting you this and that, and it's working, but you're on this call, it's probably because you want more. But why haven't you had more? It's because they are just doing just the bare minimum to get you whatever you're paying them a month. But
Correct.
they don't care that you 10x your life. They just care that you keep paying the retainer. So they're going to do the bare minimum. But if you asked AI to look at the data of your ad account and then suggest a strategy to scale you, AI doesn't care for the retainer. It cares that you get the answer that you want. So what I would say is that, first of all, they're advertising on Meta, Facebook?
Yes.
And what type of campaign are they? And is that account is it not your profile?
It is not on my profile. No, they have like what they call a master account, and they run all of the people's ad on that one account. So meaning I do not have any type of nothing
Okay.
to my ads are doing. They just send me like every Monday a report and tell me, oh, this is what I'm supposed, this is what my lead costs are, but whatever it is.
So how do they send you your leads?
It's through my CRM directly.
Okay, and then why did you go through that? Is it because your ad account was banned?
No, my ad account is still available. I was running ads before directly to my ad account, and then I switched agency, and then them that's the way they are doing things, which I don't like.
You just remind. Okay, you're in the insurance. Okay, I see. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, it's not that hard to get your own data. Like the reason why they do that is because they don't want you to churn, and what they probably do is they give you the same shitty leads as 50 other agents.
I'm sure.
So go on your own lead flow, go on, replicate the same business they have, and go start selling leads too.
That's exact my goal. You just put my secret out there. Yep.
Yeah, no, 100%. You should get into that business, because that business is probably more, because you see, you're literally asking me a question as if you're imprisoned, you know?
That's how I feel. Because it just gets on my nerve every time I'm paying them and I don't have really access of
any control, and you don't have any choice because you need more leads, because what else are you gonna do without new leads? So yeah, I would get into the same business, but yeah, it would start by us walking you through how the ads manager works, how to use AI to manage ads, and then figure out how can we build a template on how to scale an insurance business. What are type of funnels? What are the reminders? What are the assets? Once we've built a snapshot on Cook, oh my God, you can literally just run with it for every other insurance agent that you want to help out. And maybe what you do is, maybe you don't even sell leads. You literally go save every other insurance agent to stop relying on these incompetent lead generation agencies that just take your money and aren't accountable that you guys sell these leads. I could promise you that if you did well on Cook and you showed, let's say you have a white label version of Cook, or you just want to help insurance agents save themselves and manage their own leads, because now AI is the middleman and not an agency, all of them are never going to want to pay for leads. Literally, to pay for leads is launch an image or a video ad on Meta, make sure the click-through rate is good, make sure the cost per lead is good, and spend your $10, spend 100, spend 1,000, and keep doing it until you grow.
Perfect.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see how we can help you for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Serge.
All right. Hey, last question, and then we go through it. Hey, Dean. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, what a pleasure. I listened to you. To what extent can you help me with? I don't do too much leads, lead gen and all that stuff. I used to do it with Google, but I no longer do that. I've stopped that for probably maybe 3, 4 years now.
Okay.
I'm into the mortgage and real estate. 3 different businesses that I'm already involved in. Primarily two, real estate and mortgages. Mortgages is about probably maybe what 70% of what I do in the United States. Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you help me, or how can your system help me? Lead gen, ads.
So where are you
You
currently at? Where are you currently at? Revenue wise?
repeat the question again.
Where's your current what are your current numbers revenue wise, lead flow? How do you get deals? How are you doing any of that?
Yeah, we're doing probably maybe about 200,000-300,000 in terms of what revenue.
Okay.
That
and then how do you get your current clients?
primarily is what do you call word by mouth,
Okay,
I
referral.
don't do a lot. Yeah, referral is primary referral. I used to do the
And
ads,
then
but I no longer.
yeah, but why did you give up on ads?
I couldn't handle the work. It was too much. It was too
Okay.
much. But now
Yeah.
I see that
Now you're
AI is
ready?
so evolved. AI is
Yeah.
very evolved. It can do the work, or it can
For
do
you. Yeah.
most of the work for me. I've tested it. I asked
Yeah.
certain questions, so I need a way to, use a lot of bots to answer the phone. I mean, they are 24-hour service, answer machines and all that kind of stuff that I used to use. But with advent of
Yeah.
AI, it becomes more profitable. That's what I'm looking into, and to make sure that
Yeah,
you
no,
don't.
100%. We can get you the leads and also get you AI to manage these leads for you, so you don't have to worry about managing the leads and being lost in all the work.
Okay. All right. Let me move to the second item. Fully automated trading system. Uh,
Hey,
are you familiar with
yep.
that?
I am, but like you want one for what? To train a team?
To help me build my own bot.
Brokerage?
Yeah, my own bot to do the
Oh.
trading, fully automated trading.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do we don't do that, unfortunately.
You don't do fully automated trading. You can't get me an AI that can do that. Okay, at least you've said it.
Yeah.
What about e-commerce?
Uh, I mean, you can. Why do you want to go into all these business ideas? Won't you want to
Well,
just scale the one that you
these are
have?
three that I'm looking into. Two, I'm already
Yeah.
involved. I already trade stocks and bonds, but I don't like to do the work. I want AI
Yeah.
to do the work. That's all. Right
No.
now, at the stage of my game, if AI is not involved, I don't think it's profitable.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure someone is getting cooking right now on the trading stuff. So I'm sure you're going to see a trading bot. A lot of trading bots are pretty useless. Um, but because it's like more of a scam. But I think with AI, the only thing is that anybody who truly has an edge with AI through trading is not going to sell it to other people. Because unlike business, where acting on information, like me and someone else can go, actually me and 50 other people can go after the same niche and would still make money. Trading otherwise, it's like if you have alpha and you know something that others don't, you don't want to share it with anybody else, because the moment you
Yeah, yeah.
share it, your returns literally go
I'm
down
cool
to
with it.
nothing.
I'm okay
So
with it. I mean, I just put my money in there, trade like normally what I would call my brokerage in Charles Schwab, what have you,
yeah.
uh, and trade. Yeah, but now I don't want to do it. You're in the shower, you got to go and execute a trade. You don't want to do
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You got the bot that is doing the work. You set the
Well, listen,
parameters. Yeah.
when I find a bot that trades, I'll let you know. But right now I don't have it because I would be also trading my own money.
Okay. All right. Listen,
Yeah.
we're going to talk, and some more later.
Have you booked your call?
Yeah, I'm gonna do all that stuff.
Cool. All right. Speak soon.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Beautiful. Deborah and then Yasin, and then we wrap this up. Hey, Deborah, you can unmute yourself.
Thanks for having me again. I've been listening very keenly, so I have a valid question now.
Please.
I think I can see where I can use this. I've done a lot of certifications and I am a practitioner in a few holistic modalities. Very
Okay.
large, really successful groups are coming through the system where I trained, and they're all hitting the same brick wall of just not knowing how to be seen doing what they're good at, because A, they don't have their setup of like a service with a framework and a something to generate the lead and sort of keep people coming in, even for them to get started, but with a solid automated thing. I would like to be a person who can claim to receive them basically after their success and make sure they are sort of put into this. And I want to know if this system can somehow serve people in the spiritual wellness industry, because so far the industries you're mentioning aren't really, giving me that indication. So, for example, say they were like Reiki healers, sound healers,
And they want clients.
They want clients, but they can get more money if they sell a high ticket thing that has a framework behind it. Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
that
I mean?
can work. Yeah, that can work. Yeah, the platform can help you find how those who are the top 1% of that field is doing things, and then can literally replicate all of those assets, help them create better value proposition, a new offer for their services, and then show them how to get leads, what content drives more customers, and then put it all together. So yeah, if you wanted to help them with Cook, you could.
Yeah, because there's people selling, some are like, for example, just offering a bot that can create the offer only, which is that to me is still a breath of fresh air, but it still leaves me having to worry about, well, what about what kind of book would be good to author beside it? What type of retreat could generate the right customers, in a certain tier bracket? It's almost like we have to be creative and blend in what we do as practitioners with a educational type of experience in a retreat form. Could it sort of, that's what I meant by ecosystem, something where they get in, they might want to do a transformational program with you, and then they might want to then do a more.
Okay, so yeah, that's where I'll stop you. It's not, this is not, we're not built. No, actually, that's a lie. Well, I don't know if I want to show you this, but it's just that we're not there yet. But yes, is it going to be possible to build a product on Cook? Not only are we going to be the growth kind of like infrastructure layer for any company, any niche, but can we actually allow them to build products that are built by AI? And then those products are also sold by AI? Yes. But is it an ecosystem like that end to end? No. But can you use it to help these people know how to sell more expensive things, get more clients, and handle all the fulfillment for you? Yes. But can you automate how they deliver their service on Cook? No.
So they could really focus on being good at one thing. And then somehow, if they're multi-trained, it could then be blended in how they want within a, what do they call it?
Yeah,
A methodology thing. You know what I mean? Like,
but I don't want to make a promise on that though. Like, I think what you're asking me is like literally a custom platform just for an ecosystem for that type of world, but that's not what Cook AI is. Does that make sense?
well, I can see it sort of working in the sense that a few of the AIs can give information that would speed up our process of discovering what will work. Instead of hit and miss, it could definitely tell us what is doing well, right? In
Yeah, no, it can. Like, no, the infrastructure, like, yeah, the same way we built ours is the same way it would have to be built for that wellness niche, but it's not what we focus on. It's not that it's not possible to be done. It's just that our focus is as dialed in as it gets. We don't dabble into worlds we don't understand. we stick to what we're really amazing at.
But it could work, I think.
Yeah.
To a degree, it could work, and then they do the rest. They can
But
sort of
listen. If you want to come in and make it work, did you book your call? Book your call. We'd be happy to, because I feel like you want to make it work. So listen, I'm not going to fight you on this. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to be the solution to the problem I've seen hundreds of people have in this industry.
Let's do it. If we can't do it, we'll literally show you how to vibe code it and then support you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, Yassine.
Yes, hello. Hi, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
So the reason I'm asking this question is I don't have like any experience on any like business or like I work right now in a 9 to 5, and I'd like to know if and I already have a friend who's cooking with you, so he's telling me that it's a great opportunity and everything, and I'd like to know what's your point on somebody that doesn't have any experience on any like business. Like I see all the people who was asking question today was people who has like who's already owner of a business, who's trying to scale their business and everything. And I'd like to know, as somebody who doesn't have any experience or anything, how could Cook AI help me, launch myself into something?
Did you see the whole thing?
I was working, that's why I couldn't have access to the webinar, but
Okay,
I
cool.
came by late.
Okay, I'll give you a quick demo and then hey guys, can we order food? Because if I'm gonna keep cooking, I need to eat something.
Yeah, sorry.
They're gonna make me not have any pulse at the end of this, but let me show you this, then I'll show you again.
Okay.
So while I find it, I'm gonna tell you how I figure out how to make money online. First step is I put my credit card on file after seeing an ad from some guy who was teaching Airbnb. I was in Montreal. Airbnbs are cooked. You can't do shit in Airbnb in Montreal. So that did not work. Then I had to learn Amazon FBA. So I learned Amazon, but then I was broke, so I couldn't buy inventory. So I was like, this is crazy. Then I was like, okay, what's an easier model? Then I learned drop shipping. So I had to learn how to go into Facebook ad, this beast of a platform. And I had to learn that, like, oh, you create one ad set and then you create one lookalike, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do this, and then this is the image, and then this is the click-through rate. That I did that. I spent $300. I got one sale for $19, but I was like, holy shit, I don't have more money to waste. So I also gave up on that opportunity. Then I got into the agency model because I was like, well, I already know how to advertise, so maybe I can't. I mean, I don't know how to advertise, but I understand a little bit. So let me go help businesses who don't know how to advertise in return and help them do that.
Okay.
Right? And then after that, I learned consulting. Then I learned sales. Then I learned this. And I learned all this stuff. Well, with Cook, you kind of technically don't have to do. I mean, you could literally be a dummy.
Okay.
And all you have to do is every step of the way is agentic. What does that mean? We productized how we find markets, how we find the pain point, how we build a solution, how we select the ICP, how we do competitor research and find exactly who's already advertising in this niche. Okay.
Okay,
Once you
nice,
have
nice.
competitor researches, then it suggests you here's how you're going to go get clients. Because why? Because it's already seen how your competitors are doing it. It has already did research on what the market is dealing with, everything. Okay. So it will say, hey, here's how you're going to launch your ads. Here's the current state. Here's the creator dependency. Here's the unique mechanism that you're going to sell to them. Okay. Then once you have this, the next step is move to pricing. So it builds your pricing. But since I've already gone through this, I can already skip this. So your pricing is already calculated here for the thing you're going to sell. It then goes ahead and validates the offer you put together.
Oh, okay.
It's going to say, hey, all these things are missing. You should rename the thing you're selling. You should get your first few clients and document how you fulfill and focus on your go-to-market on one avatar. Do not try to go, oh, I help every niche. No, you're going to be broke if you do that.
It's only one niche.
And then one niche, one person, one pain, one desire. Then once you put that, it then documents your entire offer into a doc. Why? Because future agents are going to need this to build what? Future assets. You want to spy on your competitors' ads? Be my guest.
Wow, okay.
Right?
That's crazy.
You want to see people pushing in e-com? See how they're advertising, spending all their money. You want to generate ads? Go ahead and generate it. You want to generate a logo? Go ahead and generate the logo for your offer. You want to generate your landing page? Do it. You want to generate your sales presentation? Because you don't know how to build a video sales letter?
Then as I can see, it's perfect for somebody like me then.
I mean, it's better than perfect, man. Like if you have to go work 40 hours a day to afford this, because it's either this or you go learn everything like how we did it.
Okay, but like I'm somebody who always already saved money, so I'll be really interested in launching myself with Cook AI. So if we can maybe book a call or something.
Yeah, like can someone give him a link? Order with AI. Yo, can someone has Claudebot? We gotta order some Uber Eats. Oh my god, my stomach is saying
Thank you
is
so much
ringing.
for your
But yeah, but
answer,
does
by
it
the
make
way.
sense? Like this is
Yeah,
why we
it makes
built
sense.
this.
It really makes
And
sense. Thank you so much for your answer.
also, yeah, like this is the future. We want to give someone like you who doesn't have all this depth the ability to have the depth and
With
launch your
AI.
campaign with AI. Manage your ads with AI, do all this, create content, just do anything you as far as the I always think of this. If the sun can touch it, you can do it.
Okay.
Oh
Okay,
shit,
that's
I'm
good.
hungry.
So
Yeah,
perfect.
so I'll guys, can we drop the link?
Yes.
Okay, so see the team can't even lock in. I have to send the link to people.
Okay.
Okay,
So
let me
just
put the link.
perfect. Thank you so much.
The only issue is that I don't know if we still have slots. I think we should have slots. Okay, we have slots. Yeah. So we have 3 slots tomorrow, 5:30. Okay, I think the team opened up Saturday too.
Will I receive it by text?
No, let me put it in the chat.
Okay.
What is Michael? Today's an
Okay, thank you so much.
Cool. Hey, Jen, and then I have to get up otherwise because I'm gonna be stuck
Hello.
here.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, Serge?
Good.
Cool. Super quick question. So just for context, I run an email marketing agency for e-commerce brands. So highly commoditized. I'm just trying to figure out I guess what I'm asking for is general business direction, right? Because I've been in this business for 2 years and I've kind of stagnated around 15 to 20K. Our highest month was 25K, right? So the main issue for me with scaling is just the operational drag and stress that comes with bringing on more clients, because I literally have to just keep on hiring more employees. So I was trying to figure out if there's a way that TryCook AI can help me standardize my operations and simply just cut down on it. So the whole Hermosi thing of 80% margin. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to achieve that.
Yeah. I think the way because you're an e-com, so is it that it's just that when we built our email, because we're building our email, we didn't necessarily view it from the perspective of first helping people do things like Klaviyo. We went first the B2B route, like how to get clients through B2B. So Cook AI is not necessarily ready to fulfill email, what is it? Email marketing for e-commerce brands. Now, the funny thing is, you could probably tell my team, and we can probably have it done by Monday. But I don't necessarily want to promise that, okay, we can do that. We can't fully automate. But if Klaviyo has access to an API that we can work on Klaviyo with our AI, then yeah, we can help you productize your skills and how you build all the different flows that you have. So when you get a new client, you can just tell the agent, hey, we have a new client, go through all the flows, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean,
I don't know why no one has automated in e-com. Why hasn't Klaviyo or anybody automated email? I don't understand.
I think, I mean, I heard a couple of guys who've done a part of it where it's the copywriting, but the design part is where it's kind of tricky because some brands are, super conscious about like having the designs built like from
Yeah.
scratch. So that's the issue that
Yeah, well, yeah, you got the image
sorted,
models like are so like the one thing that we have had to really work on is like we literally had to buy courses on how to create um really clean like video stuff or even
Yeah.
image because there's literally a skill to creating AI content that is just beautiful, right? So like if we showed you guys what type of AI content we used to generate before, it has nothing to do with this.
The reason most dental practices can't
So we had to literally figure out the best prompts from all the top guys. Funny enough, like one of the top guys is in ecom, so we stole some of his framework and then we just embedded them here. So I guess it would work kind of like the same thing for like image generation, where you would kind of like have skills, like skills here that match how you create your image in your flows. But then, of course, this is not like for your email, but this is kind of like how we would work.
Right. So yeah, just another quick question. Considering the fact that I've been doing this for
Like
like
something
2
like
years.
actually funny enough, like
Yeah.
I mean, these are
Go
all
ahead.
ads, right? But we kind of like have like frameworks that you can kind of like load, and then you can kind of like info products, this and that, Instagram stories to model after. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just asking, like, been doing this for like 2 years, and I feel like I'm kind of stagnant at this point. So like, so like, I'm trying to figure out like what you would do in my situation because I have the bias of, oh, I know this industry well, I should just keep my client base, et cetera, et cetera. Considering the fact that I have like 15 to 20K in like cash flow, 50% margins. What would you do? Like, would you just start something
You have
completely
to go high
different?
ticket, man. Like you have to go high ticket. Like you have to figure out a way to productize what you sell. I'm not saying that you stop what you're doing, but an issue with scaling an email marketing like yours is that if you go retainer model, your backend scales linearly with your retainer.
Exactly.
So you get one client, you need to hire another copywriter or another image for whatever, right? So this is why like the agency model is so tricky, is because you can't outrun the cost, right? So for me, if the way I've consulted older clients of ours in email is that you have to figure out a way to find the top winning flows, the top winning packaging, the top winning everything, and sell it as an infrastructure. And you don't get on any retainer until you first set up their flow. And you charge 5-10 grand for that. The reason why that's more valuable is because there's so many ecom brands who can't afford a monthly retainer, but can afford for you to step in for 1 month and completely build out all their flows. Right? And what that allows you to do is you could have AI pre-built all the flows, or you can even have a VA that just replicates everything that you do for every client. It's the same productized deployment. A VA can do it even with their eyes closed. That is the model I like. Productize upfront. And then if these brands, some of them are like, you know what, we'd rather actually you do it and manage it. Because guess what? Once you've implemented an email system, they're going to start dealing with issues. Oh, we have this new product. Oh, we have this new flow. Oh, we need you. Then you put them on a retainer and then you scale. Front end is productized, back end is retention. And then you scale this shit to 100K a month while slowly adding 10 grand a month on the back end every month. That's how I like to look at business. If you really want to get rich fast, sell products that doesn't tie back to your time. I mean, if you've been in the game for 2 years and you've been stuck there, come on, like what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's time to change.
It's a painful realization, but I have to make the change.
Yeah.
I've never been able to charge that high though, because just because the market, or maybe that's just an excuse, but the most we've charged
figure out that's also another thing. Okay, then what is it that they're paying that kind of money for? You have to realize, like, if you want to be valuable, someone have to sell shit that no one else can sell. Unfortunately, I have no way to get over that. Like when we build these offers, I mean, you see Cook, it's literally everything. Because if I try to go and compete in the, oh, we create videos with our AI software, holy shit, you would die. But it's the same thing in the agency space. So if you do email, yeah, so does the other guy in my inbox. So what? Like, what's so special about you? You know?
Mm.
The only way is, okay, maybe go create content. If you don't have a personal brand too on YouTube, where you literally talk every day about what you do, yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked. I don't even know how you're making 15, 20K a month, to be honest. Like, thank God you are
Really?
there.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
e-com
I
is so
mean,
tricky, man. Like, especially
it
email
is.
marketing is not a sexy service. It's literally, it's like ads might be easier to sell than email because email works on their existing infrastructure and their existing leads versus actually bringing money right away, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
Cool.
said, just have to
So yeah,
cook
man.
something.
But
But yeah,
I mean,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
solve your problems and free yourself. Richard, one question and then I gotta jump off.
All right. I just had one quick question that just kind of popped in the head, and I think somebody had mentioned it, and I just wanted to ask you with Cook AI, TryCook AI, when you were talking about the training sessions and how they can help you with the different offers and things like that. Now, while they're helping you and you're taking care of all these things,
Yeah.
are you able to learn and earn at the same time?
Yeah, once you launch the business, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just real quick, I just figured I didn't hear anybody else say it, so or ask you. So I
Well,
wanted to
first
see.
step, our goal number one is to make you money. Get your leads, get your clients. The training comes second, but you're already gonna be learning through that training. But yeah, we're gonna be making sure you generate leads, appointments, essentially the inputs of success, but also at the same time you're training, you know?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. All right, guys. Again, if you guys want to cook, we should have a few slots open. We have we have 3 slots. I mean, I don't know if we still even have these slots. Yeah, we have 2 slots left for tomorrow. You guys are open, and then we open up Saturday. Yeah, 4 slots left. So, guys, serve yourself, come cook, come change your life. Life is short, so might as well start winning. The replay is going to be shared as soon as it's done uploading. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's workshop. See you guys in the future. And for everyone who put a deposit, thank you guys. For everyone who's joining, see you guys when we start cooking. Appreciate you guys. Take care.